Yo. I'm back, baby. Give me like 5 minutes, please. Hello, everybody. I'm just playing with you. I'm not really sick. I'm back. I am 15% sick, so we're getting there. I'm still pretty sickly. I'm still fully using the oxygenator. This thing is fantastic. Been using this for a week right now. I've been putting this while I go to sleep. It is genuinely fantastic. Like I feel like I'm getting more oxygen in my body. What about my? You know what this is? Come on, it helps me breathe, and it really do help me breathe. It is actually amazing. So yeah, oof. It is Wednesday. I was really keen on streaming Resident Evil 2 because we still have, we're technically done with the game. We've done a whole playthrough of the game, but I still want to do at least one more playthrough of the part B story, which is Leon B. We finished Claire A story, which unlocks Leon B. So basically, the second playthrough is it's a half shorter story of Leon's perspective while we were playing as Claire. So it'll be fun to see how the story kind of connects, it comes together in the end. I want to see how that all, comes together as a cohesive storyline. It's going to be short. It's going to be like maybe a 5 hour stream. Maybe we'll do that over the weekend, on Sunday perhaps. But I do, hint, I do have different plans for Sunday. It's going to be a long stream. It's not quite Resident Evil. It's nothing like Resident Evil, but it's also not sim racing, but it's related. So let's just say the magic is back. The magic will be coming back on Sunday. Very excited for that. Magic is coming back in approximately 3 days. That's wonderful news. Okay, 4 days till the magic is back. Eagerly waiting in my box right here. That's my magic box. There's magic in that box. Also, I got my handbrake. You can see the top of it there. I got my handbrake back. I got my wiggly stick right here. Can you all see the wiggly stick if I shift it there? No, you can't. I think I have an idea what you'll do on Sunday. Shh. Oh boy. Anyway, it's been quite a long day at work. Yeah, so there's been a massive confusion somehow with the whole TGR situation. Now, I've been in TGR for like 3 years now. I've been in the semi-finals twice, I've been in the quarterfinals once. Every single time, it has always been on an weekend, right? Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is the semi-final, Sunday is the finals. So I was like, okay, fine. I assume this is going to be the same as well. Semi-finals is going to be on Saturday, finals is going to be on Sunday. Then I kept checking the dates. They kept saying 10th and 11th, 10th and 11th, 10th and 11th. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. 10th and 11th is Friday and Saturday, not Saturday and Sunday. And I'm like, hold up. You're telling me that semi-finals is on a Friday, on a weekday, on a work day. So yeah, your boy had to try to explain that to my boss at work today, and I was like, so here's the thing. Is it okay if I take a couple days off? Initially, I was gonna just take Friday off. Friday is the day of TGR, but I reckon, because honestly, I said on Sunday after our Resident Evil stream, I will try to gather all the data by Wednesday. Heads up, the week has been terrible. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep for the entire week. My past 2 or 3 practices have not been great. I've just been tired, and it just wasn't really productive practice. I got the data I need for some parts of it, but I'm just so tired and overwhelmed that it feels like I can't maintain my pace and composure, my consistency, and my brain is just not there to kind of emulate what it would be like in the actual thing. I'm not driving with the same kind of fervor as I would in the actual thing. TGR semi-finals here is 11th and 12th. Yeah, see what I mean? That's what I thought as well. I thought it would be on the weekend. So yeah, I had to take a break I have to take a day off on Friday. I have to. That is a must, or else I won't be able to join the semi-finals at all. But then I was really considering, you know what? Also, sit rep. I'm only halfway there with my data collection, by the way. I'm only halfway there. I've only got some data for the Super Formula and GR86. Technically, I've got all the data I need for the semi-final combo. I have not yet touched the final combo. They changed that as well. On the bright side, though, for the finals, there isn't any multipliers. It's static. They've given us what the multiplier is. I know what the tire multiplier and the fuel multiplier is. That's all I know. So it's just a matter of getting those data down. It's just one combo, right? It's just one multiplier, soft, medium, hard, and then one multiplier for the fuel. Get the rough amount of laps. That's it. So that's going to be very easy. That will take us less than a couple hours, I hope. For the Supra at Interlagos, remember we spent last week, before we started Resident Evil, we were doing the Supra, we were gathering data a bit. Our assumption was multipliers of 4, which was 4, 8 and 12. Now it's 8, 12 and 16, right? So not a completely different multiplier. It's still in multiples of 4, but it's just one step up. So now we're no longer using the times 4. Now the 8 is the minimum. We have 12. So now we only have to gather data for 16. So technically, for both final combos, we only need to gather data for 1 by 3. Basically just one particular multiplier across the 3 tires and one fuel multiplier for the for the Supra GT4 and for the hypercar. So that's our goal today. I just want to do that today, right? Let's do that. Let's see what we can do. And then if we have time, let's see if we can just warm up, have some fun for a bit. I've golded all the time trials so far, nothing to do. I would have thought this was reset week. When is Gran Turismo reset week again? I feel like there hasn't been new cars or new time trials in a while now. I'm just waiting. I know it ends like today, but yeah, it feels a bit hollow, feels a bit empty. I want to just do something else rather than just grind my mind off this. Scorpion, Narop, welcome in, loves. Hope you all are having a good Wednesday. The finals is on Saturday, Narop. So Friday is the semi-finals, which is in a couple days. Finals is on Saturday. December is the big update. Yeah, we won't be having this old boy by then, I'm sure. I'm already in talks with a mate of mine. He will be more than likely taking this off my hands by then. If we're lucky. If he somehow do not have the finances to get it earlier, I guess we're in luck. I don't mind swapping back for this just to jump back into Gran Turismo. But yeah, on Sunday I am first thing getting back into the magic. But before we can get the magic, there's something else I need to do. Two very big things. I need to undo something and then do another thing. I'ma just leave that as a little wink suspense type thing. But yeah, how are you all doing? What have you all been doing? What video games have you all been video gaming? Let us do something fun, shall we? I remember Daily Race A this week being pretty damn fun. Daytona. Let me just look at my time trial. Are my goal times threatened? No, they are not. Ending in under 18 hours. Yeah. Alright, cool. Easy peasy. Make yourselves comfortable. Grab yourselves an beverage. Right? So I'm particularly keen on just focusing on the finals combo tonight, because I'm not gonna for competitive reasons and for reasons that I should withhold to give myself an advantage. I am not going to be, or at least I'm not going to be very obviously trying to gather any sort of data for the semi-finals combo, the Super Formula at Spa and GR86 at Red Bull Ring. I have most of the data. Some of the data is inaccurate. I gotta go with the Hudson Hornet. I mean, come on. Is it Hudson Hornet? No. It's the King, Dynaco. I have to go with the Dynaco. Yeah, let's have some fun with Dynaco. Also, guess what? My handbrake works in the Turismo. It's awesome. It works. Look, if I hold handbrake, right. So it appears this car doesn't have a handbrake. But for cars that do, it works. Trust me, it works. It does work. It really does work. Okay, this car doesn't have a handbrake, I think. That's probably why it isn't working. Oh, hello. Bloop, 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 bloop. No, Gran Turismo's cockpit cam honestly would be awesome if you have like a huge TV up close, because then that is how you would have like the natural FOV, because the FOV in game is kind of narrow, right? So if you want it to be natural, you need to have a bigger screen, like I would say at least 40 inches, and you'd have to have it like pretty close to you, like about arm's length away from you, so you'd have all that peripheral. Because on a 40-inch TV, you kind of have the same amount of peripheral as like a ultra wide monitor. On Gran Turismo, that's a lot. That's actually a lot. You see, in most cars you can see the left hand side mirror. You can see pretty much all the way to the right hand side of the car, even in a single cockpit. You can't look left or look right. Looking back is always fantastic. It looks, you're looking through the actual rearview mirror. That's awesome. So it's very immersive if you have a big TV to play this on. I think Nadab has a big TV. Yeah, it's cool. Also, yeah, I haven't even gotten ready yet. Yeah, as for a last ditch effort to really push and find some pace, I'm getting there. I'm building some consistency. I'm building more and more confidence. I'm making tons of mistakes still. Even in my own practice, I'm making tons of mistakes. My goal, of course, is to be quick enough to hold my own. Let us be the brick wall, the Malaysian brick wall, yeah. Defend like hell, defend cleanly. That is always my specialty, defending. And just make no mistakes. No mistakes in the sense that I just don't want to spin. I don't want to go off track. I don't want to pick up penalties. So I want my races to be clean, incident free, and I just want to be able to consistently play out the strategy that I've set out for myself in the way that I've planned it. I don't want anything unplanned to happen. Calculate my risks, play the long game. I think that's going to be very, very important. I think definitely a key factor that even allowed me to go far, to achieve this P2 for round 3 finals, P2 in the quarterfinals, was definitely patience. Yes, I was driving stressed out. I mean, the anxiety, it does spike every now and then, but it's up to me to kind of regulate myself and just keep it at a minimum. But for the most part, I just have to tell myself, be patient, wait for the right time, right? In the end, it's more of making your strategy work, and it's not just about trying to get ahead, because those are two things that sometimes don't go together. Trying to get ahead might not be the best if you want to fuel save or save your tires, right? You want to maintain your pace while also making sure your strategy is still solid and your strategy can still hold. Trust your own strategy. Doesn't matter if like the faster guys, if they are better at like extending the fuel and extending the tires, they might be able to go one more lap and they might, do a, what's it called again? Overcut on you. You might end up undercutting them. It's okay. Trust the strategy. Play out my strategy well. I think in the end, whoever gets to play their strategy out the way they intended is going to see quite a lot of success, and that's just the objective here. And I'm hoping that's enough for top 5. Same as the quarterfinals. It's going to be 10 folks. I just got to make it in the top 5. I just got to be average or a little bit above average. That's it. Out of the 10, I got to be 50% or more. That's all. That's all I got to do. Right? Anywho, are we ready? Let's just have some fun, shall we? Let's get in. Oh, it's been a real doozy, man. Yeah, it is a bit of a bummer because I've been spending the past 2 days trying to gather data for all the combos, but I haven't really been that successful because, like I said, my sessions haven't been productive, my mental state hasn't been great, my energy hasn't been great. I just haven't been feeling entirely well, haven't been feeling at my best. Also, for fun, I want to start at the back because I think that's a good idea. I like this last to first thing. It's a good thing that this doesn't affect your DR as well. So we're just trying to be clean, trying to finish the race. I am also noticing we're on comfort soft tires, which explains that. Yeah, the screeching. I'm just crank up the volume a bit for myself. Have you all been enjoying the Resident Evil streams, by the way? We did 2 very, very long Resident Evil streams, but the 2 streams were enough to finish the entire game, the first playthrough of the game. I think I had lots of fun, particularly because I know very little about the game. The game has not been spoiled for me. I've never played a Resident Evil game. It's my first Resident Evil game. While I'm not that keen into horror, I'm not the biggest horror game fan, I definitely enjoyed the experience, the spooky dookies that Resident Evil offered. And I stand by my quote, it's simple horror done very well. They kept it simple, and I can genuinely appreciate that. There's a bit of everything. There was a bit of invincible enemy chases. There's a bit of puzzles. There's a bit of tense encounters. There were shifts in the encounters. Also, hang on. I realized something. This practice that we're doing, this is technically the qualifying, right? Which means the lap that I've done there, that's a lap. That's gonna count. Oh no, we can't start from the back. Damn it. Oh well, guess we're starting in the middle of the pack along with everyone then. I think entering the banking is very important because I feel that front tire is just really not holding there. We got a short ad break coming up in a few minutes. I think I'm gonna just run the ad break now so that it doesn't affect us in the race. Yeah, the race is starting in a couple of minutes. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Resident Evil streams that we did. I think it was some of the most fun I've had playing a non-sim racing stream in a long time. I mean, I love the puzzle games that we do, but this was, I guess, it was just fun. It was just fun, you know. I think you guys liked watching it as well. You guys loved watching me get jump scared. I think that it's fun. It's fun for me, fun for y'all. Someone say Resident Evil. There we go. There's my Resident Clipman. Yeah, I know Mav for one definitely enjoyed the Resident Evil stream. How many jump scares are we up to, Mav? 9. Ah, dear. I'm sorry, Mav. Oh dear. I wanted to run the ad now so it won't affect us in the race. Oh my god, this thing has no brakes. This thing has no brakes. Okay, how far are we looking here? How close can I get to something before it... Oh, hang on. There is damage here. Ah, interesting. Okay, so I can pretty much get to the bottom of the... bottom of the fuel gauge. God, it's hard. It's really hard. Yeah, I got my wiggly stick, I got my handbrake, and to think on Sunday we won't be able to... I wanted to play Assetto Corsa, you know? I wanted to do some other things, but I don't think we're gonna have the time for it. Oh damn, it just puts us in there. How are folks going like a full second quicker than me? On an oval. Yeah, probably because I was just hitting the wall everywhere. That's probably why. Anyway, yeah, we're not last, but we're second to last. That's technically last. That's last in my book. We'll see what we can do here. Ah. Oh, I forgot to do something very important, but I'll do that later. Let us get right into it. We good? Let's go. Very nice. Sounds like a rolling start. That should be good. It's 7 laps. I don't think fuel is gonna matter. I don't need the radar. Radar's gonna be my best friend while we're here. And we're back. Welcome back. Race has just begun. You all didn't miss anything. Mav, you there? Once TGR is over, I'll get to work on compiling all the clips that you made, all the jump scare clips, make them into one spooky dooky compilation. That'll be fun. Yes, Mav, this is in fact race A. So I don't know what to expect. Oh, there we go, someone's already gone. There's a guy up my inside. I kinda don't wanna be in the midfield because I don't want to be there. I didn't mean to bump that guy, but he was wall riding, so... Nope, people are going off. I just wanna... Oh, what is happening? Oh, 5 guys are out. No. So funny. Make sure I bump draft. Yeah, me and Radiant here need to work together, but doesn't seem like he's got a good grasp at turning left. It's kind of all over the place. My Japanese brother, let me give you a little smooch. Let's go, let's catch him. That was bad, that was really bad. Yeah, you really gotta go from top to bottom and not bottom to the top like I am. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Damn, online lobbies using Dynaco. Yeah, at least no one has spun yet. I am losing the draft. I am losing the draft very badly here. I'm seeing like, look at that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Wall rider. I'm gonna lift ever so slightly. I think there's a right line you gotta take. Oh, yellow flag. There's a right line. Sir, you're not supposed to be there. There's a line you can take to keep it flat out. Look at my front right tire. My front right tire has got a bit of wheel spin. There we go. I guess you gotta just kind of stay in the middle and immediately plunge into the banking, the steep part of the banking. You can't start off too high. You need some room for the car to be pushed over to the right. I'm catching Radiant Ozone here. So far, P8. There we go. See that white line on the edge of the banking? I don't want to cross that. Because on the entry I get all this understeer. On the exit I get all the understeer. But in the middle, it's actually pulling me downwards. Gravity is pulling me downwards as I get the grip. But the comfort soft tires take a while for it to really... There we go, just hold the angle. You notice that same angle, it just pulls you downward. But you want to hold that angle downward there, because then it will just gradually ease you up. Let's go, buddy. How far are we? We're 4 seconds away, my guy. Come on, we can do this, we can do this. Stay clean. Keep it clean. I don't want to overtake you, but it seems like you're having a hard time. So why don't you try bump drafting me? Let's see if he got the memo. This is a dangerous position for me to be in. Yep, yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. But then again, neither do I. I'm not exactly John Oval. Holy, someone's done a 45.9. It's strange when you hear your tires just screeching on the oval all the way. Which leads me to believe you can get through the corners with very, very minimal steering input. Also, we're on the penultimate lap already. I like how they're all bumping each other. I have a feeling some chaos is going to happen soon. Yeah, already something's happening there. Like, you gotta turn so little. Like I said, you just gotta take the right line, because you only have to turn so slightly. The right line will pull you into the apex, and it will be just enough to push you out all the way to the wall without scrubbing the tires too much. So you got to kind of turn it a little bit early, really settle into the banking. Try not to get the tires squealing so much. Try to stay on the edge of the track there. Then as it opens up, gently unwind the steering wheel. Must be in a really great mood to do it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling lucky. Oh, look at that. Oh dear, someone's got off. Oh no, we have a Dynaco situation, but unfortunately it's not a Dynaco. Can we get him? Can we get him? 4.5, 4.3, 3.9, 3.7, 3.4, 3.2, 2.9, 2.6, 2.5, 2.3, 2.1. It's Alonso and Hamilton situation. Not enough. Just not enough. Oh. Really was because of the gap, unfortunately. If it weren't for the slipstream gap, I would have figured out a way to hang tight. I think the ideal way is once you bunch off like that, you want to be in the back of the front pack. You know what I'm saying? Right? So if like the top 5 were in a bunch together the entire way, you want to be P6, but right behind that pack. You don't want to be P5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, you want to be at the very back. And then you want to make a move on the second last lap or on the final 2 corners. That's when you get the slipstream, right? On the straight, make a move, and then you're ahead by the final corner. That's when you want to make a move. So it's, again, patience. But definitely I don't understand a thing or two about ovals. It's cool though. It's fun. It's fun, it serves no purpose whatsoever, but it's fun. It is a Gran Turismo. I honestly would love to do an Group 3. I honestly don't know how I would fare at this rate. Ooh, hang on. Shall we do one, lads? Shall we do one? Shall we pop one? Shall we do it? What car shall we do? We have 40 seconds. What car shall we use? What car shall we use? I have all the cars. Hurry up. 30 seconds. What car? What car? What car? What car? What car? I don't know. I want to go for the Supra. That's my main. Merc. Where's my Merc? Okay. Enter. Cool. Been a while since I have merked. But yeah. It's only 4 laps. 4 laps ain't that much. It's fine. Can't wait for my magic to be back. Can't wait. Merc. Let's see if my Merc knowledge from iRacing, from LMU, ACC, and Race Room carries over into here. Yet again, look at that. We're starting dead last. 220. I feel like I could probably do a 219, 218. Oh, wait, this is hard tires we talked about. This is hard tires. LMU did great to me today. Good on you. Good on you. I'm still seeing reports of people having my situation where the game just kicks them out in practice, kicks them out in quali, kicks them out mid-race, even though we are in like V1.1. That sucks. You meant that sarcastically. Then I sympathize and completely understand. From P10 to P3, when I crossed the finish line, the connection lost to DNF and I ended at P6. Yep, there you go. That's ultimate, baby. Seeing a lot of front-engine rear-wheel drive cars, particularly the GTR. A handful of like, there's a Ferrari, there's a BMW, there's a Supra, there's a Porsche. Am I the only AMG? I am the only AMG. There's one Subaru, one BMW Z4. That's a weirdo. Yeah, you're having fun in Race Room, aren't you? Did you get the online pack that I told you? It's like 90% off, I think. Honestly, worth it. Now let's get it. Wait, are we rolling or are we standing? Oh no, it's the 24-hour layout, so it starts on the other side. Okay. Man, I mean, Gran Turismo is a lot of things, but when you look at just how slick the cars look at how good the liveries and the paint and the grass. It's just so good. Okay, first things first, yeah, brake bias all the way to the rear. Here we go. I got my volume. Oh no, my force feedback isn't set up right, but that's okay. Feels so light, I can drive it with 2 fingers. We are on racing hards, on cold tires, mind the grip. Another obvious example of someone not looking into their mirror. Not me thinking this is the super formula. I am so sorry. Hey, in my defense, the lines I know right now are super formula, okay? I've completely forgotten my GT3 lines here at Spa. And I don't think I can use my LMU lines as well. But let me just give it a try. Hard tires. Oh, look at all these dudes bunching up. Also, driver rating is gonna count now. Oh my god, I have no rotation. That's 00 Chan for skill issue. Yeah, I'm used to driving around Spa with like at twice the speed right now with the super formulas. Sorry Z4, I thought I could squeeze past you. I gave that guy a bit of a boost. I don't love formula. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to the speed. And now going back to this, it does feel pretty weird. I just want to brake early. And still got a penalty. Oh, I'm still colliding. Oh, there we go. This was a bad idea. I wouldn't admit that, Nara. It's not true. It really is not true. Sure, I guess a part of me can enjoy it a little bit. I can be good at it up to an extent. But to say that I love it is a lie. I don't love it. I like it. I enjoy it. I don't love it. Alright, guess it's just a fight for last place then. Yeah, I think my force feedback is screwing me over. I can't feel anything in the wheel. I have my force feedback set up for the super formula. So I think my FFB is at like 2 right now. This guy sent it. My Subaru in Christ, what are you doing? You had all the space, you had the line. What were you doing? I didn't even touch you. I barely touched you. It feels low-key, a little floaty if I'm being honest. Also, yeah, it's a lot harder with me trying to just modulate the throttle. I completely forgot that driver rating counts in this race. It's going to be tanked quite a lot. Probably should have practiced a lap or two before I jumped in straight away. That was not a good idea. I know even on hards you can't take a straight line. I'm 17 seconds to the leader. I'll kiss that bye-bye. Terrible exit. Yeah, the lack of force feedback just prevents me from feeling absolutely anything. That honestly sucks. have the normal outside racing line. You thought you were slick, huh? That might be a track limit. Not only am I tanking my safety rating, I'm also probably tanking my... Not only am I tanking my driver rating, probably tanking my safety rating quite a bit as well. Yeah, I really have no feel for the grip at all. I can definitely tell it has the characteristics of the AMG from other sims. Front heavy, trail braking precision required. You really need to be very, very precise with the trail braking. Can't just chuck it out of the corners. Oh, he's got a penalty. Can take it flat out, but I'm just not good enough at this. Can brake pretty late. Yep, even that wasn't enough. Yeah, that was just me braking at my... I'm just so used to my Super Formula references, I just can't drive anymore. That wasn't me, was it? That was him. Yep. Look at my times, 2:25. I think here you brake at 100 meters. Like, same idea, but just trying to carry more speed into it. I'm trying so hard to just kind of modulate the throttle, keep it steady. It's got to be an off track. That's got to be a penalty. Told ya. I'm so used to taking this corner flat out with the formula. Now I just completely forgotten. Honestly, I've been playing a lot of LMU back on the Magic, right? And on iRacing as well. My perception of speed is... It's Porsche Cup, it's Hypercar, and nothing else. And then maybe a bit of MX-5. F1 is a little too quick for me. GT3 is, in Gran Turismo at least. I think it's just because of the camera. Yeah, this is fine. This feels natural. Yeah, still can't make the damn corner. Even though I'm braking at like 125. That's okay. What can you really expect from this? An abysmal run. What an abysmal run. There's something I really need to remember during the tournament as well. I need to... We have a practice session for like 15-20 minutes. During the practice session, I need to give it a few tests and I need to immediately figure out which force feedback setting is the best for the TGT. Oh dear, there was a double tank there. BS. That was BS. That was indeed BS. Alright, that's enough mucking about, I think. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. That's gonna take a while for me to get it back up to A. I need like 2 good wins at least to get it back up to A. That's gonna be really hard. Alright, first order of business. I wanna just get the hard part out of the way. Let's just do this one. Now, if I'm being honest, I have not practiced driving this car with any sort of tire wear at all. Ooh, 5 bars of gold, I'll take it. Half a milli. Yeah, I'm stacked, I'm loaded, I'm more than ready. I'm just waiting for the December update to drop. We still don't know what the 4 cars are. Here's hoping one of the cars is like a rare classic, a 20 million credit car, you know? Put my money to good use. Okay, that's that done. I had 2 shots of coffee and I'm still feeling exhausted. That's how tired I am today. Not feeling great at all. Is there anything else we can kind of do for fun before we jump in? Or should we just... Yeah, if I'm being honest, let's just jump in. I don't want to waste any more time, man. Tomorrow's the only day we have left. Tomorrow's the only day. Here's what I'm going to do tomorrow, by the way. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. I don't stream on Thursday. I try not to force a stream on my off-stream day. And I just want to focus, spend my time by myself. I want to get good sleep, 8 hours sleep tonight, 8 hours of sleep tomorrow night. Get ready on Friday morning. I want to just get some proper practice with the GR86 and Super Formula in my own time. I really just want to, like I said, prioritize my pace with the soft tires and the medium tires because that's what's going to be the most important. So I just want to get that really get it down. And what else? Yeah, that's it pretty much. I'm just going to be doing that all day. Morning, I'll maybe do the GR86. And then in the middle of the day, I'll do a bit of Super Formula. And then at night, I'll revisit. There are a few uncertainties in my data because, like I said, they weren't accurate. There are a few uncertain points. I need to revisit them and see if they're actually accurate. And yeah, just push for pace. At night, I'm just gonna sit for like 3-4 hours, push for pace as much as I can. So yeah, okay, what are the multipliers am I looking at here? So remember I said this particular race, this is the third and last race of the grand finals. It's a 30-minute race. It's a 30-minute 19-lap race. Let me just see. And there's only a single tire wear and fuel multiplier. The tires are at times 12 and the fuel is at times 4. And that's it. That's it. Pit lane penalty, yes. All collision weak. Yep, there we go. Also, another thing I really need to do, which I think I'll do tomorrow, I need to practice my standing starts with the GR86 and especially with the Super Formula. Yeah, the Yaris was pretty much straightforward. You just hold handbrake, foot on gas, 3, 2, 1, go off. But with this car, for example, I believe it would be a little bit more challenging. Let's start with the hards and make our way down, shall we? So we start with the worst tires and then we kind of make our way down. So technically, with this particular combo, there's only one race. So it's all going to be, it's an endurance race. It is the longest race on the calendar. It is going to be about just managing the tires, managing the fuel above all else. anyone who's prepared for this, I think, will be using roughly similar strategies. I don't think we can see much deviation in terms of what the strategies are going to look like. Now, one thing I'm confused is, for pretty much all the combos now, they say they are using a grid start with false start check. So you have to manually release the handbrake when the lights go green, and that's your cue to go. I wonder how that would work on a track like Daytona. Right, so if this one, for instance, I think put TC at 1. There we go. So for this car, for instance, you just kind of put TC at 1. If I turned off the TC, hang on, can someone measure the time it goes from like 0 to 100, for instance, with and without TC? This is without TC. Oh, that felt really slow. Yeah, that felt about like 3.5 seconds. What about with TC? Exactly the same. It's just over 3 seconds, just under 3.5 seconds. If there is a difference, it's negligible. But of course, with TC, it's safer. You can just go flat out. Without TC, you have to modulate it at like 90%. But I feel like it would be to our advantage if we learn to nail it. Yeah, if I can keep it, I think this is something we need to practice, you know. I think for high torque cars like this, we can get a better exit, but boy, I need to focus. A little bit too much, I'll spin, I'll die, I'm binning it. Too slow, folks are gonna overtake me. Because I think everyone, literally everyone, right? They're just gonna use TC. It's safe, it's safe. You just put on gas, punch it, go. It's safe. And it just works. But I'll take my chances, I get good starts with the Porsche Cup, I get good starts with the MX-5, I know how to launch. So yeah, that's something I'll practice tomorrow off stream. Or maybe we'll just practice it later today as well. Maybe not. That is something I'll keep close to, that is one card I will keep close to my chest. Yeah, we need to get the RPM, the turbo spool off the line, and then keep that little wheel spin going. Yeah, I can't drop it below 90, or the turbo drops and then it takes time to spool back up. There was something I did just now where I kept it at 90 and the turbo was kind of kept the RPM at a high range and it accelerated so quickly that I was borderline sliding. There we go, something like that. Something like that to kind of keep the momentum high, RPM high, and the wheels just about to break the grip. Today will be a short stream, right? Since I've taken tomorrow off and Friday off, I don't know how to answer that question. Today's stream will be a stream. We will end it once I've done everything that I need to do. Does that make sense? I'll end it when I feel like I've done enough for today, and when my brain cells shut down, I can feel them turning off already. I just wanna, like I said, I haven't gathered data for the finals combo for the Hypercar and GT4. So that's my priority. As long as I've done that, technically my goal is done. I've got all my data. And you know, I don't really want to push for pace with the finals combo anyway, because even if I make it to the finals, that's already enough for me. I guess I'll just wing it. Doesn't matter if my pace is not up to top split pace or whatever. I just don't care. My whole attention is just on the semifinals. I want to make it to the semifinals. I want to make it through the semifinals. So I'm going to spend literally all of tomorrow just pushing and pushing for that, trying to get my pace down, get my consistency down, trying to see if I can optimize my tire usage with the different multipliers. So that's going to take a long time. Yeah. Also, I think I'm going to take a quick break, get me some water, freshen up myself a little bit, because I'm feeling the eep. I'm feeling the sleepy deepies happening right now. Not great. So I'll be right back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, we're back. We're good. I have returned. Also, guys, you all want to update on the rig monitor situation? Because like I said, we have kind of switched the plans up a little bit. Our plan was to save to get triple screen first, then upgrade the rig. But now that we've swapped things over, getting the rig is going to be harder, financially and literally. I mean, but yeah, I'm just gonna depend on this, man, because I have to use the rest of what I have to pay off the rig itself. In good news, yeah, I have found someone to take the rig over from me. I have also found someone, like I said, a mate of mine is buying the wheels, so that's sorted, thankfully. Also, the race, the semifinals on Friday, will be live streamed on TGR Malaysia's YouTube channel and on their Facebook. I will share the broadcast in the Discord so y'all can hop along. Don't worry about it. It will be just fine. Y'all will get to see me on the big screen. Oh, there we go. We're ready. So, like I said, let's start from the top down, go from hard, and then go to medium, and then go to soft, and then slowly see where we can start pushing. Let's go. How many laps do you think this will do? It is Daytona after all. On hard tires, I reckon we can do quite a lot of laps. Is my force feedback setting correct? Yeah, about right. Definitely do not use the same references as the softs, but you do seemingly drive it with a bit of a super formula mentality because it's got so much turbo power, so much torque in the low to mid range. Catches you off guard. Another thing I really want to see is how I can manage the hybrid battery. That's going to be very, very important as well. Can I sustain the battery charge for the entire 30 minutes? 30 minutes, 19 laps. Can I sustain the battery for 19 whole laps? That wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, the tires are just very, very sketchy. Yeah, like I mentioned, the tire wear is going to be very crucial. Managing the tires, managing the wheel spin will be very, very crucial. As much as you want to load the tires to really get the maximum grip, the most out of the grip, you got to be sure not to overload them in certain moments. Just want to reach the limit and no more. 13 laps on average, it seems like. Can push the exit a lot more, just like I do in iRacing. Carry the brake up till the second apex of the bus stop chicane. And once you change direction over to the right, that's when you just floor it. A bit of modulation. You don't want to take a straight line toward the exit. That was a bad line. That's my overtaking line, not the hot lap line. But even so, that was a little too late on the brakes. Same principle as usual. We get on the gas after the apex for that corner. That corner is a bit of a funny one. The maximum rotation point for that corner isn't at the apex or before the apex. It's a little bit after it. So it can seem a bit misleading. Yeah, ideally, once I change direction, I want to get immediately to 75-80%, and then once I'm pointing a straight line across the two curves, I floor it. But in this, I'm going 100 and then I'm dropping it down. So because I don't have that muscle memory, because my pedals are just absolutely jank, I can't accurately tell. Yeah, another terrible turn one. I completely missed my braking reference there. Okay, we're here for the tire wear. Okay, we're in lap 4. And I'm noticing the batteries are holding rather well. Look at that. Pretty much every heavy braking zone, the battery immediately recharges back up to 100%. Yeah, this exit definitely needs to be optimized. I think if there's two exits that really need to be optimized, it's this exit, turn 1 exit, and exit at the bus stop chicane, because those are like 3 of the heavy braking zones that lead onto a rather high speed sector. Oh dear. You could even see it in my input. When I'm exiting the corner, I'm not going 75 and then to 100. I'm going 100, dropping it to 75 and then back to 100. Because I can't, it's impossible for me to immediately find that 75%. Because my throttle just doesn't work. Okay, so you go. Could be a bit tighter. These hards are holding surprisingly well. Yeah, it's okay to kind of coast a little bit as long as you're carrying the appropriate minimum speed. And I keep scrubbing too much as well. I'm turning too much. Lost a tenth there, I reckon. Yeah, lost a tenth there. So that was the first time we actually made it through turn 1 without moving off. That was decent. A lot of room to improve, for sure. Even here, I think I can definitely push the braking quite a lot more as well. Oh no, there we go. When I try to modulate it too hard, I can't hit that 75% like I want. Instead, I'm hitting that 50% and then it's going to 100. And you can see the throttle input just wobble. Because I can never really get it at a static, the exact amount of throttle that I want to give it. I'm going to take the shortest path, keep it low. Yeah, I should be trying to aim for that just around the outside of that tire wall. It's like I'm aiming for the wrong spot. Yeah. Yeah, the gradual increase here is fine. Do want to kind of hug that apex a little bit. The gradual entry. That was very bad. The fuel used is surprising me. Okay, so we are technically on the best case scenario in terms of fuel use. As long as 2 tires are on the curb, you can do a bit of lawn mowing on that exit curb. Honestly, I haven't pushed enough to find out where the exact limit is, so. But the way I'm approaching it feels fine. I know that pro drivers do abuse that corner a whole lot more. There we go. A little bit earlier turn in. So I'm getting that turn in that I want. I'm also clipping the grass on the inside a little bit. Which is what I don't want. Oh dear God, that was a very, very good turn 1. Very good turn. Entry into turn 2. But even on third gear, all that torque, all that turbo really isn't helping us out. There comes a point where your trail braking efficiency just falls off on the hard tires. While it feels like you're being smooth, you're really not. It feels like you're putting the string theory, you know the string theory? Your brake is kind of proportional to the amount of steering that you give it in. I'm just not feeling that right now. In fact, I think I can do consistent 135s with the hards if I just get the approaches consistent and right. Yeah, I want to deliberately try cutting more and more of the curb on the exit of the bus stop chicane, just to see how much more of a straighter line I can take, which also influences how early I can get back on the throttle. Okay, now here's something interesting. My rear right tire has the most tire wear. Yeah, that's what I want to be aiming for. Edge of the first curb, going outside of the other curb. I don't know if this is because I spun or because I'm just putting a lot of strain on that right rear tire, but that doesn't seem right. It really doesn't. So I'm putting a lot of strain on that tire there. I also haven't figured out the optimal shift point for this car, though I know in racing you do kind of short shift it a little bit. Roughly there, above the gear indicator. Yeah, that was a big cut. No wheels were on the grass there. Yep. Also, that gives us 8 laps on the hard tires. I want to see how much longer we can go for. Oh, that is going to be very, very dangerous. Okay, I need to figure something out here real quick. I need to really figure something out. Where is the edge of my car in this? We're on the white line there, okay. Pretty much. I go to the... okay, interesting. So yeah, I can't drive it like the GR86 where... The GR86, this would be my... This is even wider than the Super Formula. There we go. Look, my whole tire is there. I can't go this far. I can't drive it like a GR86 here because that will boom. Yep, definitely. I gotta really keep that limit steady. So it's roughly about here. I want to say the edge of the speedometer, I would say is a safe spot. Yeah, pretty much exactly. In this car, the edge of the speedo is right on the white line. So you know we're within track limit as long as the edge of the speedometer is within the white line. Yeah, no, my tires are cooked. I just want to take it for one more lap to see how the tires fare when they're cooked. I don't think this is a fair representation. I'm going to try this again. There's a very late apex. Not a great. Oh dear. Not a great entry. Yeah, because I don't believe that right-left tire is this cooked. Right? If it weren't that cooked, we can probably do a few more laps. But because of our spin, goes to show just how important not oversteering is. Also, fuel-wise, we're on lap 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I must say we can do 14 laps with a full tank of fuel. On full push, we probably can extend it to 15, possibly 16 with slipstream. But it's a big old it depends. We really have to see. It really depends. Oh, I miss LMU, man. I want to get back in my LMU hypercars. Can't wait to drive back in race room. Can't wait for Project Moto Racing too. Right, we need this data to be accurate and clean. So no spin, no mistakes. It's okay if we don't push all the way. As long as we're being smooth, we don't push the tires too much. Drive safely as I would in a race. That line on the exit of the straight wasn't great there. Ideally, I don't think I should try to go all the way, use the curb. I should keep it a little bit tight. Swing back in. So good news is battery. The battery drainage is not as big as a problem as I thought it would be. I want to try short shifting to fourth to prevent an instance of wheel spin when I'm changing direction in the middle of the bus stop chicane. Just as soon as I've changed direction, I want to immediately just have a short shift there. See what I can do. Maybe it might work, maybe it might not. Yeah, I'm trying so hard to do the iRacing line where I put two wheels on the outside of the track. It clearly isn't working. I was extreme with the track. That was big old understeer. Very big old understeer. It's okay. Don't spin. Elantra TCR race room. Yeah, it's good. The TCRs in race room are just some of the best, honestly. Yeah, I really think I need to get a smooth, clean exit out here. It's okay if I target going up the wall as long as I can get on the gas early. There we go, see? A little quicker. Sector 2 wasn't great. A lot of understeer there. Forgot the short shift. Because that's one shift that will... It saves you a split second like a couple tenths. You get to carry maybe 2 kilometers an hour down the straight more than you would otherwise. Up to third. Easy on the tires. But yeah, definitely noticing my right rear tire really getting cooked there. Here's something I haven't considered. Oh no, my brake balance. My brake balance is neutral. This is with a neutral brake balance, not with it set to 5. And honestly, let me just try not setting it to 5. Let me just keep it at like +1. A little more rearward bias, just to get a bit of that rotation to help me out. But I definitely feel like the right side tire is getting a lot of wear because of just the banking. All the downforce, all the car's weight and the aero is pushing that right tire down very, very severely. Okay, that was a very, very close shave there. Okay, that was track limit. So I need to figure out where the limit actually is. What car? Hypercar? I'm sorry, what was we talking about again, Narab? Honestly, the length of Daytona's corners make it so that you need to turn in a lot earlier than you might expect. Like you can even double apex most of these corners. Yeah, look, like my right side tire is actually getting cooked. I don't think that's a driving style thing or a mistake thing. That's just the fact that there is so much force being applied on that right rear tire when I'm on the banking. The bulk of my downforce is on that tire. I don't think migrating the brake bias much is going to help. So I think as close as I can get is sort of like about half and half. Half my car needs to be on the curb, other half can be on the grass, but no more than that. I think anything more than that, I'm cooked. Yeah, look at that. 4 laps in, my right rear tire is down to 50%. Everything else is roughly 75-ish. Oh, damn it. I got distracted there. Mr. Morph, thank you for the raid, buddy. Sorry I can't give a proper welcome. I am trying to just concentrate on my pace here. We already kind of messed up there a bit. That's okay. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing good. Hope the streams have been streaming. Welcome in, Raiders. So this is my approach with the hard tires. I reckon I can just kind of push it slightly on the mediums and then push it slightly more on the softs. But in the end, that right rear tire wearing out while your other tires are okay, it's going to make a huge difference. Okay, half. That was more half on the grass, if I'll admit. Okay, that was a risky corner. That was a risky exit. I also messed up the shifting there. Surviving. Me too, buddy. Me too. TGR semi-finals is in a couple days, Mr. Morph. So I'm just doing everything I can to just get some good practice in. I had to even take a day off. Yeah, I can't turn in at the concrete change like I do on iRacing. Can't do that. Aim outside. There we go. Aim for the curb. We managed to hold it for 8 laps the last time, right? 4 tires were completely cooked. Yeah, just get on the throttle late here because you see how the car takes a while to turn. Yeah, if 6 laps in I'm getting purple sector, something's clearly very wrong. But even then, just now, yeah, we spun, but we also had the brake bias all the way to the rear. Now it's just kind of neutral. There we go. Half and half. Very late on the throttle, and that was a penalty. I think it matters where we enter that final strip of the chicane as well. I wish I could check the replay, but we can't. It seems like our right rear tire is holding up a little bit, but yeah, it is nowhere near. That was good. Yeah, you gotta turn in a lot earlier. I'm still following my iRacing references, despite knowing that this is a whole different thing. The knowledge is helping me. The knowledge is definitely helping me, but it's the car. This car doesn't behave like your typical hypercar. It's all about keeping the balance even with this. There you go. So pay to keep the steering angle light over there. I think it's very important that you don't over scrub the tires going there, because if the tires are cooked especially, you will spin. There's a very high chance of spinning. Or if they're not, you have a very high chance of just scrubbing the wheels. Look, we're still getting purple sectors on. So there's a white line before the curb that we get on. I think our right side tire needs to be on the other side of the white line when the left side of our tires still cross the grass. So if we do that right, I think it's fine. But gosh, since we can't see a replay, it's going to be very, very hard for me to tell. So well before that, there we go. Beautiful. Well, it was beautiful until I did that. If it weren't for that spin, I definitely saw my right rear tire just glowing up red there. So we did wear that tire out a lot. And we are on lap 8. I want to see if we can possibly extend it to lap 9. At this rate, it feels like to kind of save the rear tires ever so slightly more, I could opt to maybe move the brake bias toward the front ever so slightly. While not favorable, I don't like having the brake bias toward the front in an already understeery car where you're using the brakes to rotate for the most part already. Regardless, just want to take it very, very steady on the right side tires. So hold up, 8 laps, we're hitting, yeah, 15 laps I reckon. So that felt like a cut. I need to observe where my right side tire It's the right side tire. It depends on the position of where the right side tire enters and exits that curb. That white line has got something to do with it. Now, if I were pushing, if I didn't get all those penalties, this probably would have been a fair representation. We've got 7 more laps to go. I think if we didn't spin there, yeah, already, even on under braking, it's starting to get very, very slippery there. I'ma just put 8 laps as the safe spot with the hard tires, but 9 is technically possible if I didn't spin. But of course, the bus stop chicane would need extra care. While mostly the right rear tire is completely cooked. Definitely feel the car just wanting to slide. Yep, there we go. That's very, very dangerous doing that. Very, very dangerous. I do think 9 laps is possible and is maybe even necessary. But like, looking at the fact that we've got more front tires, I'm more inclined to maybe just put it at like -2 and then maybe increase it to -3 for like the last 3 laps, just to really take that braking pressure off the front tires a little bit. Okay, now that is very, very dangerous. That is very, very, very dangerous. Oh, that is so not good at all. That is so not a good idea. How are we on fuel, by the way? It looks like in terms of fuel, we're probably going to be doing about 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, once that tire is cooked, it's going to be hard. I'ma say 15 laps. Yeah, I reckon 15 laps of fuel. But that was how many laps now? With the tires? 8. That was 8. Nine is only if we are desperate, I would say. So already I'm just trying to look at this in a different way. This is a 19 lap race. 2 stints of hard. 2 hard stints cannot make it. 2 hard stints cannot make it. I'm honestly guessing, I would say a double pit strat with a medium soft. And considering that you can do 15 laps on a full tank of fuel, you would only need to refuel just a little bit for like maybe an extra 4 laps in the first stop or the second stop, whichever is more convenient, or half and half. A double medium and a soft seems like the strategy to go here. So because this multiplier is fixed now, there is one definite strategy here. There is one strategy that works. But then again, that also definitely just depends on our time as well. What was my best time here on the hards? 36.2. But I could have done a 35.7. I'm gonna put my 36 laps as average, regardless. 35.7 is possible. That's half a second quicker. It is definitely possible. I can definitely see it happening. So if that took us 8 laps for the tires to get cooked, 9 at most, I'm guessing this would take us maybe 6 or 7, the mediums. worst case scenario, we can't even use the softs at all. It's just medium, 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 triple medium stint. But in the best way possible, we can maximize the life of the medium tires. Yeah, I'm gonna put -3 to really take the heat away from the rear tires under braking. But that means I need to really be on point with my trail braking then. My braking distances will also be a little longer as a result. Yeah, I need to get used to different car widths having different sizes. Like that's too close there, just touching the wall. That went over the white line. That was a half and half. Is that a track limit penalty though? No, it is not. So I think the goal is somehow to mitigate that tire wear or try to balance out the tire wear evenly across all 4 tires that we got. That's probably not great. There's a bit of like that marble patch there. Also, hang on, I did kind of go out of the track there, out of the white line, iRacing style. I didn't get a penalty. Is that legal? Didn't quite hold a tight line there. The braking there needs to be ultra precise, ultra smooth. Keep it gentle there, be careful. Don't push it too much. Yeah, it just looks like my right rear tire is just being cooked at twice the rate of the right left, because the left tire isn't really facing too much trouble here. That's the safest way. It's a nice clean exit. I know there might be faster ways to do that. That's okay. Yeah, just holding this banking for 2 whole bankings is just burning my right rear tire. It's also burning my front tires, but as long as it's even and balanced, I don't mind. Turn before? Nope, much before. This ain't iRacing where I'm gonna find the grip at the last second. Yeah, I keep not hitting my apexes. That's really bad. I'm doing the bare minimum here. I'm not staying on track. It's ain't great. There you go. That's the kind of double apex I'm looking for, but maybe a little bit earlier on the first and second apex. The cut after the curb, gently get on. Very, very minimal steering input. The car pushes itself up wide. Don't scrub the rears too much. That was a little slow on the exit. I could have cut a bit more. I was playing it safe. Also, surprise, surprise, as of now, my 36.2 on the hards are still my fastest lap. My lap on the medium still isn't nowhere near as quick as that. This one might be a bit quicker, but only barely. I got a double shift there. Third gear, second gear will kill you on the exit there. Yeah, definitely feels like I'm turning more than I should be. I'm just braking too hard while I do. A lot of tire scrub going on there. Really got to work on my brake release. It's not great. Yes, I got turned in a little bit early, but not that early to the point where the car's just running off wide to the side. Yeah, right, left, right, rear right tire's gone to like 60%, whereas every other tire's not even gone past 50. Really losing that tire there. Against all my efforts to try to maintain that tire, even if I'm pushing the brake bias all the way to the front, it still isn't helping, because you want to go fast, you want to take the shortest path, this is what you got to do. And the steeper you go on the banking, the more the force is going to be loading onto the right rear tire anyway. The fact that I'm still getting purple sectors means that I have a lot to give to begin with. See, that was a very nice, very early throttle application. That exit wasn't exactly clean, but tried at least. Track limit for sure. A lot of understeer. Yep, pretty good. Okay, we still got 10 more laps to go. Lap 6 now. We still got a bit of right rear tire left. Struggling to make the corners now. I think 6 laps might be the sweet spot. 7 laps might be possible if we save it a bit better. Like, I'm still scrubbing the rear tires quite a bit, especially on corner exit. Okay, that's just necessary, kind of cut it a bit there. Smooth the outside. Yeah, I'm gonna try taking like a wider, higher line through the banking. See if that's not just better, but also helps with tire wear. Not only did I cut the inside, that was a bit risky. That's another thing I need to consider as well. I'm only focusing on cutting the outside, but not the inside, so I'm not getting that maximum rotation that I can. Okay, yeah, 6 laps I think is the sweet spot. We did kind of lose control a couple of times. There's a bit of tires left. I think we're going to lose it halfway through the track. We've got to be very careful into turn 1, because already... Okay, that was... Okay. Fine. Got to be very, very careful. Apply the throttle there. Yeah, all the other tires are relatively stable. It's just that right rear tire that is completely cooked. So now, even though it's an off-hand corner where you're not loading that side of the tire, right-hand corner for example, yeah, left-hand corners are going to suffer. Yeah, I don't think I should cut the grass when that tire is cooked, because doing that just wears out the tire even more. And now heading to the bus stop chicane. Let's see if we can figure out a way to approach the bus stop without spinning. So in the event we need to extend the lap, I know how to deal with it. Because look, we have tires everywhere else. So I think even on the hards, the scenario was we have enough, just barely enough tires. Yeah, oh boy, it's hard. It's so hard. I think you can, but you gotta just slow down very early. And you need to really rely on the downforce of the car. But anyway, I'm just gonna put that down as six laps. 6 laps cleanly, but realistically, we can do 7 if we manage the tires a bit better. If the numbers are numbering at this point, I'ma guess softs will only last us 4 laps. Softs are gonna only last us 4 laps. Also, my pace is not great. My pace isn't great. And honestly, looking at the hard tires aren't that far off from the mediums, but could also just be a fact that I'm just not pushing hard enough with the mediums and the softs. Could be. Right now for experiment number 3, to really protect the tires, I'm putting the brake bias all the way to the front. So now I know for sure that I'm gonna struggle with mid-corner rotation and turn-in and braking. My braking distances are gonna be slightly longer than expected. But the bulk of the tire wear is gonna come from just the aero pushing the car down on the 2 bankings. Not braking, because I've put most of the braking pressure toward the front tires anyway. See, I'm not cutting that, the third curve, the third chicane, the first exit curve. I'm not cutting that enough. And so far, I've just been taking like the tightest line, shortest path. But yeah, let's just see. We've tried with -5 on the hards. We've tried +3 with the mediums. And now we're trying -5. Just be patient on the throttle. Make sure you get the rotation first. Be patient, don't get greedy. Yeah, the -5 isn't so bad as long as you brake just a little bit early. Don't push the brakes too much. Focus on getting the rotation done right. Focused on getting the rotation done right. The corners seem to hold themselves together. There you go. Focus on getting it up. Don't try to scrub. Keep it nice and gentle. Open it up as you go here. Brake early, that's fine. Okay, there we go. That was a good example of using all the track. Didn't feel like I was on the limit when I transitioned though, when I switched in the middle of the chicane. And it was smooth as well. It was smooth off, smooth on. No aggressive inputs. Yeah, we're only 2 laps in. Look at my right rear tire. I don't even think we can do 4 laps. Yeah, too late on the turn in. Gotta be a little bit earlier. And honestly, turn 1, I need to be extremely careful. The turn before the straight, at the end of this sector, I gotta be extremely careful. Those are corners where all my pressure is gonna go on the right rear. And especially in the last 2 laps, when my right rear is cooked, I need to be extra careful with how I manage that right rear, how I load the tires. Like here, for instance, I gotta be incredibly smooth with it. Very minimal, very smooth. I think a 4th lap might be possible, but I need to be incredibly smooth. And we're probably gonna run into the same issue where the bus stop chicane is gonna be from that tire, so we gotta just brake early and slow. See, I'm missing that first curb. The first half of the curb I'm missing. There was a full second slower that lap. And this is on -5, by the way. So our front tires are supposed to be having a hard time, but it doesn't seem like they are. Front tires are holding up still, regardless. Nice and early. Patient on the throttle. I don't think we're going to have any tires left for the bus stop. I don't think we're going to have enough tires left for the next corner. Yeah, even exiting onto the straight, I need to be extremely careful. My soft tires are going to go. My tire is just about gone. Patient. Smooth out. Start to get that slide. Look, tires are gone. Gotta be careful here. Let it glide. Even on that curb, I gotta be super careful. Gently get on there. But yeah, it's gonna be a 3-second deficit with the softs. I just don't think the softs are worth it at this rate. Yep, if we're doing 3 laps ideally. Yeah, nah, it just does not seem like it's safe. It'll be even more dangerous if we're following someone. I braked at 200, the 200 board, not the 100 board, not even 150. I braked so early, I turned in so gently, but because there's just not enough grip on that right side, we just have no grip at all. So yeah, clearly you can see most of the force has been transferred to the front. I think it's possible. I think it's still possible. So yeah, we're looking at 3, 6, and 8. At this rate, we're probably looking at what's the pace fall off like to 34? Now here's an interesting proposition. We could consider a triple medium stint. Triple mediums are the sweet spot right now. But one of the triple medium stints, we will need to extend it to that 7th lap. where the tires get cooked, and that's a danger zone. A safer idea, a safer potential idea here is to do an 8-lap stint on the hards and then a 6 and a 5 on the medium. So medium, hard. So we're considering medium with one of those medium laps being on the cooked tires, or medium hard, whereas hard is safe. But of course, the pace with the hards is what's really bothering me here. What was our lap time again there? 34.8. And yeah, in terms of lap time difference, we're looking at about a full second of lap time difference as well. Very puzzling, mind-boggling, very confusion, very you know. Anyway, I don't want to bother too much about that. I think this will be something we'll have to figure out later. I don't mind. I think we got the basics down. I got the idea of it down. I guess I just have to not mess up then. Right, that's one piece of data in the bag. Next up is one more piece of data we need, which is for the GT4. Okay, well, you're gonna need some info on this here. Let me see. So for the GT4, it's the worst case scenario times 16. I'm also gonna slap on the worst case fuel, because why not? Wrong car. Yeah, let's work our way down. Same as before. Slowest. But honestly, if you ask me, I feel like we do better when we go the other way around. When we go from soft to hard, rather than hard to soft. Because you're adapting to the lack of grip, the grip fading. Rather than the grip being there. It's a bit of a trade-off, but I suppose it makes sense if you think about it. In a way. Oh, Narab, I'm so sorry, I completely missed that chat there. Yes, that was Hypercar, if in case it wasn't obvious. And that's the thing I mentioned. That's why I mentioned I miss LMU. Man, y'all know that Project Moto Racing is $300, and because I've decided that we will be going down the route of PMR, I want to dive deep into it. I want to adopt it, become a mainstream adopter of PMR, which means I will have to get it on day 1 or day 2. But here's the thing as well. It comes with day 1 DLC. It comes with pre-order DLC. So what do you all think? Should I just get... Now, I hate pre-ordering games. I hate the idea of pre-orders. I hate the idea of paying for shit that doesn't exist. Mind my language, but I don't know. I'm just thinking purely in terms of cost. Is it going to be cheaper for me to just pre-order, get the whole 1 year pass, and then I get the pre-order DLC, which is the GTE. You get GTE cars as the pre-order bonus, and then you get like 5 season packs that will be released in throughout next year, right? I definitely think it's going to be more expensive if I get the base game now and then I get the DLC separately, or if I get the season pass separately. It's going to be more expensive for sure. I'm going to be spending more money that way. So yeah, $300 all in. I have the game plus the first year, the season pass for a whole year, right? Again, it is a full game though. It is a full game. Or at least that's what they're advertising it as. It is a full game. It's not early access. It is a lot. Even $300 for a full game. The only games that I've paid $300 for, there's only 2 games in my life. Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3. Those are the only games in my life that I have bought at the full price of $70. Those are the only 2 games. And even Elden Ring, I bought it the complete edition with the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Baldur's Gate also, I think I bought... Oh no, Baldur's Gate I bought just the base game, not the deluxe edition. Those are the only games that I bought. I haven't played them. Haven't played them yet. 300 Malaysian ringgit. So in USD, that's like yeah, that's like $70. That would equate to $70 USD. It is localized as well, because $70 directly converted to Malaysian ringgit is far more, is way more than 300. 300 is a bit localized. Yeah, boy, 300 USD, that's way more than iRacing. That's more than iRacing subscription. It's too much, man. No. So I'm definitely thinking about it. I will. I've already decided that we will be doing PMR. I want to adopt it. I want to make content on it. I want to create an opportunity for us to grow using that new game. It's definitely compelling. I just hate that I have to go against my principles to get it. And if I do stand by my principles, I'm going to have to, spend more for it. And I don't like that. I don't like the order of it. But, if they just maybe bundled it like LMU, individual DLCs, I hate the idea of season pass, because it implies that this is the 2026 season pass, right? It's coming from November of this year to November next year. There's 4 or 5 different packs that will be released in the season pass. It implies that 2027 there's a new season pass that's going to come. 2028 there's a new season pass that's going to come. They're just teasing you with upcoming DLCs, and you get to save maybe a little bit of money. You get to save a little bit of money if you get the season pass, as opposed to getting the DLCs when they drop, as they drop. The question, the problem, of course, is now if I pre-order, I need to fork out the money beforehand, instead of I'm being able to save my money every 3 months and get the DLC when it drops. I need to have $300 right now. Boom. It's hard. Game is releasing 25th of November, which is more than a month to go. We are getting a new rig, so a lot of my funds will be gone for that. Most of my savings, let's be honest, all my savings that I supposedly had saved for triple monitors are now going for the rig. So we will have nothing left over for triple screen. So I'm solely depending on the Twitch funds to finance the triple monitors in the future, which is going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time. It's going to be a while. There's Project Motor Racing, and then at the end of the year I got to renew iRacing as well. That's another $400. Yeah, $400 to renew iRacing. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm gonna be spending close to $700, $300 for Project Motor Racing and $400 for iRacing, just to keep that going next year. And that's just 2 sims. It really is a lot. And on top of that, we need to also get on top of LMU. We got all the LMU stuff as well, but we don't have time to do those. But on the bright side, some good news, a slight ray of sunshine. Remember I said this month in particular, well, last month in particular, I had to really lock in because it will determine whether or not I have a job. I don't know the outcome of it yet, but as of now, for the next 4 months, at least till the end of the year, I will be back in my second work location, the one which I was working in August, the one that is a lot closer to my home. So I no longer will have to spend 2 hours just to go to work and back. I'm only going to spend like half an hour at most, half an hour to half an hour back. So I'll have a couple hours extra each day, which means consistent 4-hour streams, which is good, and more time for me to rest, and also time for me to get a workout consistently every single day. So that's the bright side that I'm looking forward to that for sure. But yeah, this whole financial debacle, and this is just video games, man. This is just video games. $700 worth of sim racing. It's a big ask. It's a big ask. It is a gamble. But then again, when does a game like Project Motor Racing come out, man? The last time I gambled was AC Evo. AC Evo was nowhere near the price of $300. AC Evo was like $70 when I got it in early access. $70. Fine, worth it, right? It was promising. It is good. In many ways, it is good. It's fantastic. It's phenomenal. But the fact that there's just nothing to do in the game and there's so many things wrong with it, it's like 100 small issues that add up to just an abysmal experience overall. It doesn't feel like it's really worth it. So $300 again. It's a gamble, man. It really is a gamble. Yeah, it's a gamble I am willing to take. It's one of those leaps I must take, I guess. Because I don't think being stagnant and just doing what we're doing, it's clearly not working. I'm doing the same thing over and over again. We're just doing the same kind of stuff over and over again. If I want to get more people in here, if I want to be or do something more interesting, be more appealing, I guess one of the best ways is to just appeal by playing what's hot, what's new, what's fresh. Unfortunately, that is something I have to do. Anyway, worst case scenario with... This is also worst case scenario on the fuel, I reckon. Oh my god, we're only getting 3 laps. Let's see. What does my tires say anyway? Okay, you know what? Not too bad, because on times 12, we're only getting 3 laps on the softs, 3 to 4 laps on the softs. This is times 16. I wouldn't be surprised if we're only getting 2 to 3 laps on this. That was bad. Let me try that again. I really need to remember to adjust these. It'll be a lot easier during the actual tournament to fiddle with the knobs, because the TGT has a dedicated knob for each function, and it has a joystick to look left, look right, look back. Also will make it very convenient and easier to navigate and look around as well. Figure out where the limit of this car is. Yeah, I'm guessing these tires will only last 2 to 3 laps at most. It is an additional ×4 multiplier. Which in any case just makes the soft tires completely irrelevant on the worst case scenario. It might be a case of having to use the hards and mediums. Even mediums, I'm not feeling good about the mediums, if I'm being honest. I am skeptical about the mediums. 2 laps on softs. We're probably looking at like a lot less than that. Is my data even accurate here? Okay, tires are still holding. It seems like we may be able to do 3 laps here. Ideally 2, but 3 at most, it seems like. Can break much later. But Narab, do you think I really should pre-order it? I think I will. I have to. But not right now. I'm not gonna get it right now. Not with my current. I wanna settle the rig. I wanna sell off the wheel. Let me settle the urgent finances first. Like I said, I think I'm probably gonna buy it the day before it releases on the 24th of November. And just a heads up, I won't be streaming the game on the day of release, on the 25th. I will be streaming it the day after. Because the 25th is a Tuesday, that's a no stream day. So I don't want to be streaming on that day. And I also just want to take that day to install the game. I want to install the game, I want to set up all the keybinds and everything. But I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to try driving anything. I just want to check out the menu. I want to set up all the keybinds in my wheel. So when we boot it up the next day, we're ready to go. So I want to spend some time doing that beforehand. Something feels wrong. Yeah, we can definitely do 3 laps on this. Yeah, the 3rd lap is a bit sketchy for sure. I think, oh boy, look at that. Just nice. 3 laps is just nice. And we run out of tires exactly on the final corner. We're gonna gotta take it a little bit easy. There we go. Perfect. I think 3 laps is exactly the amount we can use this. No more, no less. Sure, we can pit on the 2nd lap, but I don't think then we're getting the most out of the soft tires. So 3 laps it is. Whereas with fuel, I'm looking at four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm looking at 8 laps with the possibility of extending to 9 laps. Okay, quick double check. What are we on again? 16 and 8. Okay. Got that one right. Let me try to put it at now. Just hold on. I wanna hang on. I wanna keep it at the worst case fuel, because 8 to 9 laps, that is a lot of laps, honestly. So even it looks like even on the worst case scenario, the sprint race 1, we can probably just full chat it, maybe a bit of fuel saving on the final couple of laps, and then anything that isn't the worst case scenario, just cruise at full push. Don't need to fuel manage or anything like that. The 15 lap one, then yes, or the times 8 one, we might need to refuel a little bit, but it still lasts half the race. That's already very convenient. Okay, so this race seems like fuel isn't that big of an issue. Good for us. It's wild when you think about the cost of video games and sims in general, man. $300 for Project Moto Racing, $400 for iRacing for a whole year. That's like one of the 3 triple monitors that I'm about to get. So that's gonna further push our triple monitor purchase back. Because we're spending the money to get one monitor just on a couple of sims. So we are gonna have to delay it for a bit. I would estimate these tires would last maybe 5 to 6 laps at best. Let me see how far off I am. No, not now. Get on the straight first. I'm braking too early. I'm braking like they're hard tires, but they're not. But honestly, I'm braking early for that corner, but I am getting a very nice, neat rotation for it, so I'm not even mad. Three. Yeah, I would estimate 5 to 6 laps. Anywhere between 4 to 6 laps, honestly. Hello Nat, welcome in. Not even mad, he says, but deep down this is the grand finals, Nat. Honestly, in the finals, my objective is my core objective is just drive well, drive clean. If someone's behind me, defend well. If someone's ahead of me, get ahead of them well. Make no mistakes. Don't spin. Don't get a penalty. I have the numbers. I have the data. Let my strategy play itself out. Just trust it. Trust in the numbers. Trust in the numbers that I have worked so hard to get. So how are we doing, Nat? Happy Wednesday. A little bit later. Do not grass it. We did scrub the left side a bit, but that's okay. It's the anti-clockwise track, so we won't use the left side much. Doing testing for GR86 the other day, okay. Any observations you got? I think I've got my pace down pretty good, Nat. My consistency is decent, I would say. But, hot lapping. My qualifying pace is really not there. It's not up to par. In fact, it's subpar. Okay, this ain't great. Oh, that was bad. Really bad. Soft tires being viable for more than 5 laps. Nat, forget about no stop strats, because no stop strats are only gonna work for race 1, the sprint race, the 9 lap sprint race. For race 2, the 15 lap race, there is a mandatory pit stop, and there's a mandatory tire swap as well. You need to use either medium or hard, mandatory. Don't turn while braking. Don't brake while turning. We've got an ad break coming in a few minutes. Let's see if we can finish this combo by then. but on lap 3, tires are reaching 50%. So it does look like 4 laps is what we're going to get out of this. 5 laps at most if we keep it smooth. Did you check my spreadsheet, Nat? I got all the data from my driving. What do you think of it? Do you think it's relevant? Also, when you say that, which multiplier in specific are you talking about? Because you gotta consider which mults you're talking about as well. That matters. It really depends on the mults. Just like Balatro, you gotta consider the mults. Holy. Yeah, that ain't gonna help us. I have never spun on that corner, but that was the first time. That was a bad entry on Sun 2 there. Yeah, see what I mean by my head has just not been in the game this entire week. I'm just not having the right amount of energy. I'm so exhausted. Genuinely, the mediums are just great. The mediums are lovely. They strike the perfect balance between consistent tire wear, consistent pace fall off, but also still being pretty damn quick. The softs just fall off too quickly, and the hards are just too slow for the utility that they provide. Undercut may be possible depending on the situation. Multipliers give more options. Yeah. Bad news regarding your wheel. Oh yeah, what happened to your wheel? The shifter is now missing a reverse gear. Wait, last time you said that there was no force feedback at all. What happened about that? What happened to that? Okay, well that's fine. I forgot to lighten up my hands on the wheel when I crossed the curb over to turn 3. Yeah, I look very tired, man. I've been getting 4 hours of sleep for the past 5 days. That explains that. That's the reason why. I've had too much fun playing Resident Evil over the weekend, which I don't mind that, but even on the past 3 work days, it's just been super tiring. I did try to catch up on sleep at work, take a short nap, but didn't really help out much. My overall energy level isn't still great. I'm also fasting. I'm not exactly fasting, that's a lie. But I'm on a diet, I'm eating less. It's week 2 of my diet now, so I am just eating a lot less than I normally was. That might also explain the lack of energy. My body's just having to deal with having less energy. So it's like I'm just running on low power mode more frequently now. Can no longer tell what the tires are doing. Oh boy. Looks like there's just no more force at all then. Also, got a quick ad break in a few minutes. Just about to finish this combo here. Oh, that sucks, man. Can we do another lap? I don't think we can. Maybe if we didn't spin just now, we probably could have extended it a little bit. Would have been possible. But at this rate, yeah, nope. I don't think it's possible. I think 5. I'm just put it at 5. 5 is decent. What about the fuel? Yeah, dude, we got so many laps of fuel. Yep, just what I predicted. 5. possible to extend it to 6, but I'm not gonna gamble with that. Now I'm predicting this one to last maybe 7. The hards should last 7 laps at most. Yeah, 7. It is to be believed. I'm disappointed with this model of Logitech. I had high expectations. But yeah, man, honestly, the Logitechs are incredibly durable. They're reliable. I mean, look at this thing. Mine is built like a tank. My wheel is a second-hand wheel. It is already owned for like half a year before I even got it. And then when I had it for like nearly 2 years, I pushed this thing to the limit and back. I was basically driving this thing where it was pretty much clipping every single time because I didn't know how to set up FFB apparently. I used it in everything and it's still holding up so well. It's wonderful. You could consider getting just a direct drive net. Simagic, may I interest you in the Magic Sim? Or if you're fancying the Logitech, the RS50, if the price of it is good in the Philippines, they have officially released in Malaysia. They're already in Malaysian stores. Simagic, but knocks me out of PlayStation. Oh yeah, you're right. I guess you would want to stay on Gran Turismo for a bit, don't you? Because that's, yeah. Honestly, I would like to, especially with the December update. However, I can buy a resolution module. Resolution, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's only for Moser. For the Mosers. For the Magic Sims, you need a Sigma Cortex. And if you're getting a Sigma Cortex, you can't use the model that I have. You can't use the Alpha Evo. You can only use the old Alpha. You know the old Alpha, the one that looks like a Simicube? Yeah, that one. The boxy one. The slick one with the ring light, the one that I have, that one doesn't support Sigma Cortex. If it did, I wouldn't be using this now, would I? Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to release a firmware update or just a new version that supports this wheel. I already mentioned my backup plan is if for next year's TGR, if Sigma Cortex doesn't have an adapter for the Alpha Evo, my backup plan B, worst case scenario is I will just have to buy a T598, use it for TGR, and then once TGR is over, I sell that back and back on the Simagic it goes. I'm buying a new wheel just for TGR. But while I have it, you know, I can have fun with it. I can still do some PC sim racing because it's a direct drive. It should feel nice. That'll be nice. And I get to review it as well. Give it a fair go. And it's also cheap enough where I can afford to get it. I can afford to get it by then, and also I'll just sell it once I'm done. So it won't be that much of a monetary loss, you know. I get back my investment. It's gonna be a direct feel, yeah. Applying for GR Tamarao. What's Tamarao Cup? Is that a Philippine thing? The graphics is gonna be amazing. Amazing on what? Gran Turismo? Honestly, right? I would love to experience Gran Turismo on the PS5 Pro. You basically get the quality mode. You get like the sharpness of the textures and the ray tracing, but in 120 FPS or 60 FPS. I would love that. In fact, I would just love to see that in like every game that I have, like Cyberpunk, Demon's Souls, all the modern games that I'm running, Resident Evil even. You can basically just run the performance, the quality mode in performance mode. That's all you ever need. Right now, I can't be bothered for ray tracing as long as it's not 60 FPS. So I just performance mode. I default to performance mode. It's a pickup truck for racing, like Vios Cup. Ah, I see. The Toyota Ranga. I have not heard of a car like that. I've not heard of that. The only pickup truck Toyota we have here is the Hilux. Good old Hilux. Nothing else. We don't even have the Toyota there's the other Toyota pickup truck in this game, Toyota Tacoma. I think that's an American model. We don't have that. We only have Hilux. We only have the Hilux here. That's all you need, man. Did I call you earlier, Narab? Oh yeah, I just mentioned that I forgot to reply to your chat just now. My bad. You asked me if it was what's it called? If I were driving the hypercar, I was. But I think I was also talking about the price of Project Moto Racing and whatnot. I mentioned I was gonna get it a day before. I'm not gonna get it right now. Right now, I just want to deal my finances with when we get the new rig. I want to sell the wheel first, sell the rig first. I want to settle the finances one step at a time, not just put myself in massive debt all at once. Yeah, one thing at a time. But like, yeah, oh yeah, I was just saying, I'm getting 2 sims. I'm getting 2 sims this year. I'm renewing my iRacing subscription for $400, and we're getting Project Moto Racing for $300. That's a total of $700 just for 2 sims for all of 2026, pretty much. That's what we're going to be really going hardcore on. 3 sims I'm going hardcore on next year: LMU, iRacing, PMR. Race Room will be squeezed in there once in a while if there's a need to. If something interesting happens, I might do a bit of ranked Race Room. I really want to start getting into it. I love Race Room. I just really love it, but I have to prioritize the one that I've spent so much money on. I thought you'd buy iRacing on Black Friday. $400 is the Black Friday price. $400 in Malaysian currency, of course. That's about $100. Maybe cheaper. I hope it's cheaper. I don't know. In dollars, that would be just about $100. $100 for a whole year. A year's worth of subscription. Alright, so I'm spending $70 on Project Moto Racing and $100 for iRacing in the next 4 months. That's a lot of money, dude. And for just the price of those 2 sims, that's the price of one of the 3 monitors that we're gonna be getting. We're getting triple monitor, and I'm spending the price of an monitor for just 2 sims. So yeah, I'm solely depending on this, like I said. I'm depending on the Twitch funds to get the triple monitor. It's gonna take a while. It really is gonna take a while. $100, yeah, that's a lot of money, man. It's gonna be a huge gamble, man. I really hope Project Moto Racing is good. They're hyping it up. Yeah, they're saying all the right things, but are they gonna do the right things? Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Wait. Since I'm getting it on Steam, how long before you can get a refund on Steam? 24 hours, right? You can play a game for 24 hours on Steam, is it? How long till you can get a refund? Damn it. I want to push, I want to be clean. Okay, you can refund by 2 weeks, but need at least 2 hours playtime. What do you mean? At least or under 2 hours? At least doesn't make sense. Under 2 hours of playtime, is that right? 2 hours, right? Under 2 hours of playtime. That's not going to be enough, man. Just adjusting all my button mappings and controls and calibrating the steering wheel and everything and the force feedback, that alone is going to take an hour. Exploring the UI, exploring everything is going to take another hour. But I guess we'll find out. The thing is, we're getting it day 1. There are going to be problems. Let's be real. There are going to be problems. Let's not go around saying I told you so. I'm saying it right now. There are going to be problems. Deal with it. It's a matter of do we want to stand by it and just kind of see what happens? I have to, right? That's the path we're going down now. Steam is kind of fast in tracking the playtime. But yeah, you know what? It's already decided. we are going to commit to Project Motor Racing. I guess let's not think too much about it. Let's just see what happens. Let's just have curiosity. Let's be skeptical, but in a constructive way. Call out what's bad, but also highlight what's good. I like being objective about calling things out. And me, for one, I have a keen eye on things that, particularly user experience. I'm very, very particular on user experience. I'm also somewhat knowledgeable in game design. And the things that they claim to do, the things that they claim they are implementing in their game, they're saying the right things, but have they actually implemented it well? I guess we'll have to wait and see. There we go. My braking references with the braking early, it works well with the hard tires. They're perfect for the hard tires. I'm hitting my apexes and curbs just where I wanted to. Getting my rotation just nice, which means with the medium and soft I can push just a little more. I mentioned the hards can probably do 6 or 7 laps, right? Yeah, 6 or 7 laps. 7 laps, I think, might be a stretch. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, no, 7. I'll say 7. Cut the corner. Yeah, I drove so much better the other day. Remember that one day where we were sitting and grinding the Supra Interlagos? I was doing a very, very good job the other day. Now I'm just I'm chilling for the sake of chilling. I'm not really pushing my limit. I'm aware I'm making mistakes here and there. I'm going a little slow. I'm not maximizing my track usage, my inputs. But yeah, I'm mentally tired, man. I'm trying to hang in there. My 2 brain cells trying to hold it together now. On and off, on and off. Don't forget. Long corner. Hold the brakes for longer. Tires starting to slip. On and off. Really, Nana? Did it really? Hang on, let me... Wait, no. That's weird. Let me see if anything showed up in anywhere else. Hang on, let me check after this. Oh, hang on, I'm missing my points. PayPal is having issues at the moment. Yeah, Narab, I have not gotten any notifications from Streamlabs or Twitch or nothing. I've not gotten anything. Usually, even if the alert doesn't pop up and I don't hear the jingle, it will appear on the activity feed, but it hasn't yet. So, yeah, like Narab, I mean, like Nat says. Oh dear. I hope that doesn't just mean it gets burned. I hope it gets resolved eventually. That sucks. damn it. Damn, PayPal. Could someone like maybe do a quick Google and find out what's wrong with PayPal? PayPal having a strong 2/10 faster sector 3, slower sector 1 and 2. Keep it smooth, keep it light. One thing I found during my entire practice this week, when I'm tired, I tend to just grip the wheel harder. And that of course leads me to being just a little bit slower because I can't really control my exit speeds. I can't control how smoothly I drive. I can't let the car drive the way it wants to, you know. I'm gripping the wheel a lot. But on lap 5, tires are holding up. Pace is already starting to fall off as of lap 4. The first 3 laps are fine, honestly. But first 3 laps still are a wee bit slower, 2 seconds slower than the mediums and softs. Still can go flat out there. Confirmed they have maintenance. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Look, I can do a 41.4 in these. That was clumsy, a bit late. Yeah, use all that curb. Nice and smooth on the throttle. Yeah, if we didn't, I don't have a good estimate of how my pace looking like, but hard tires are... they're not too bad. They're slow, but they're consistent. The pace fall off is only noticeable once you reach like 75% brake tire wear. And it only gets worse when you make mistakes and get like micro moments of oversteer, or you accidentally outbrake for a particular corner and you miss your turning in point, run wide. Whatever it is, I think turning less. Gotta turn less. Yeah, that's cutting it close already. So yeah, I'm gonna put it down as 6 laps ideally, but can be pushed to 7 laps at best. 8 laps? 8 laps, I don't think you're getting the benefit of pushing the tires for that long. Oh boy, that was so late, so bad. So bad. That's track limit. Dang. Yeah, on that 7th lap, cornering becomes a lot harder. You just have a lot less grip. You have to reduce your minimum speed quite significantly to get the same amount of rotation. You are still listening to the tires. Yeah, this corner especially, you want to hug in that camber, the compression zone. This corner is just nice. I still feel like I can push it a bit more. Pushing it quite well enough. Only on the final lap I got a lift here. Every other lap I can just go flat out. curb more on that. There we go. Big understeer. So yeah, 7 laps maximum. We did spin once. That maybe accounted for a bit of tire wear, but anti-clockwise track. But yeah, I think 42 lows to 43 lows. So it seems like if I can be consistent, we're doing 7 laps with a 1 second deficit. Ideally 6, but 7 laps at best, right? The only other thing we have to do now is hop on to the... You know what? Let me just change it right now. Let me put on the best case tire wear. Just half of this. When it comes to fuel, right, I would expect, yeah, times 4, I can probably just blast the whole thing out. No worry. Yeah, I'm just gonna do times 6 with mediums. I want to see how long these last. One or the other might run out quicker. We'll have to see which one comes first. Guys, do you see my handbrake activating on the dash there? When I pull my handbrake, you see the handbrake logo activating? I got it to work. I can drift now. It's sad that I don't know how. Oh. Do I actually have Rally? I have Dirt Rally 2.0, but I uninstalled it because Dirt Rally 2.0 on PC is much better. Dirt Rally 2.0 is one of the games on my PC where I can run it on ultra graphics maxed out and still run it at 165 FPS. Not 120, 165. That game it runs well and it looks amazing. Right? Every other sim. Okay, Race Room. Race Room's another one as well. Race Room's another one I can put it on ultra, full ultra, and I get 165. iRacing, no. AC Evo, no. ACC, no. Even vanilla AC, no. But vanilla AC is likely because I just have a crap ton of mods on it. But it gets to 120 comfortably. Everything else, no. It just tops out at 120, and even that, it kind of dips below 120. Around 90 to 120 when I'm racing. Which it burns the rest rally. I tried to install it. It was too complicating. I just said, forget about it. Dirt Rally is fine. Dirt Rally is fine. I'm okay with Dirt Rally. Do I have access to automotive parts there? What do you mean automotive parts? In what sense? Aftermarket? Exhaust pipe? Boom. Tuning. Tuning. We do have tuning. Tuners. Bunch of different tuners. Not that I know personally. I never really been to one because I never tuning anything before. In the future, maybe when I've got a bit of money, I might tuning Gloria. Because y'all know I'm planning to make my current car into a track car, and then I'll just get a second reliable daily driver. Probably like a Toyota, Totoya, or like a Honda, like a cheap one. Or just like a Myvi, honestly. Just a Myvi. Myvi is good enough. There are parts that I need that some people need, but more expensive here. Oh, is it so? Honestly, I would say automotive parts here, they are imported. Everyone, if you're looking for OEMs, they're all from China. The China ones are the cheap ones. I'm talking tires, wheel rims, non-native OEM parts. It's all China. It's all replicas from China. China. It's all China. You want to get original parts? Of course, they are crap expensive. There's import fees, there's taxes, and in Malaysia it's more complicating because you know how in like America and UK, an MX-5, a Toyota Camry, you know, a Corolla, a Volkswagen Polo, and like a low range sport car like a Dodge Challenger, or what's like a British sports car, like a, I don't know, like a TVR, like the lowest spec Aston Martin. Those are all around the same price. Maybe Aston Martin, you know, it's a bit more, but you get the idea. Like an MX-5 and a Camry is comparable in price in the UK and the US. In Malaysia, taxes are determined by taxes and are also determined by the country they come from, right? Basically, anything that isn't Japanese or Malaysian are taxed like crazy, right? So if I were to buy like a BMW or a Porsche, y'all know how much is a Porsche here? A Porsche 911, right? Just a regular old Porsche 911, 1.6 million ringgit. You can buy a house with that. You can buy a 2-story, nice, comfortable house. You can pass it to your kids. 1.6 milli. For comparison, a Camry is like 0.2 million. A Camry is like fifth, a sixth, seventh, eighth, an eighth of the price of a Porsche 911. Yeah, MX-5 is twice the price of a Camry, brand new. An MX-5, a 2-seater small car. Toyota GR86, Toyota Yaris, twice the price of a Camry. Those things are expensive just because they're sports cars. Malaysia taxes the crap out of sports cars. Nissan GTR, you name it, man. They are expensive. The Malaysian government just literally focuses on consumer cars, and even then, the top of the range, like Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, BMW M4, M2, Porsche Cayenne, Macan, they're still expensive. They are all on the 200 to 300,000 range, maybe even more for a higher spec one. But they're just way overpriced. For the common everyday blue collar worker, forget about it, right? Forget about it. Just forget about it. That's why cars like Iris, the cheap hatchbacks, Peugeot 208. Okay. Even in hatchback territory, right? In the UK, you're looking at like Myvi, Peugeot 208, Citroën DS, Ford Focus ST, right? You're looking at hatchbacks, roughly same horsepower, same capacity, same feel, same everything. It's just where they come from is different. Some are, of course, a little better than the others. Ford Focus is fantastic. A Volkswagen Golf, Volkswagen Polo, you know, some are better in some senses, but you know, they serve the same purpose. In the UK, in the US, they're priced around the same, right? So when people see that you have a hatchback, they judge you for having a hatchback. They don't see what brand of hatchback it is. It's just a hatchback. In Malaysia, if you have a Myvi hatchback versus a Ford Focus or a VW Golf hatchback, immediately you're in a different class. Because a Volkswagen Golf, for instance, is like 5 or 6 times more than a Myvi. A Ford Focus ST is like 3 times more than a Myvi. You know, a Peugeot 208, 3 times more than a Myvi. Even within the same class of car, sedans, SUV, you name it, the brand and the import, where the brand originates from, the tax that affects it just jacks up the price for no reasonable reason. It just makes no sense. unless you're filthy rich, just forget about getting a good car, man. Sure, people on the internet will justify like, oh, if you get a good continental car from Europe or a good Japanese luxury car, it'll last you forever. Well, yeah. And people crap on cheap cars like Myvi, Proton. People crap on local built cars, and they say that, oh, you'd have to maintain it over time because they're terrible. I mean, cost to performance, cost to utility ratio. If you're just going to work, you're parking it under the hot sun every single day, or you're parking it at a parking lot for like 8 hours every single day, just gathering dust. Then you gotta service it every half a year. You're just burning money anyway. So just save money while you're doing it. You're paying for gas. Gas just got really expensive in Malaysia. That's a whole other thing. It's just why even get an expensive car as a daily driver? Unless you're filthy rich and you wanna have fun in a car, then get a separate car just for track days, like a GR86 or a Miata or like a MR2, a Skyline GTR. Those are fine, you know, if you want to have a car for thrashing. But if you want to justify getting a luxury car because it lasts longer and it feels nice and ooh, nice Italian leather, I mean, if you got the money, if you're rich, go for it, I guess. But I don't know, man. It feels like most people are just so out of touch. They last longer because owners barely use it. Good point, man. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Oh boy, I have absolutely seen people with luxury cars. They go beyond the extra mile to take care of their cars and not push it because they're scared of the depreciation value. Also, here's the thing. Because of this price discrepancy in Malaysia, the depreciation discussion is often the determining factor for buying a car. It's not because they like a car. People buy cars less because they like it, more because of the depreciation value. They're thinking ahead. They're like 5-6 years down the line, what is the value of this car going to be? Can I sell it for a decent price and get a new car? That's what most people are thinking. Only the elite, the top 5%, top 10% of people, and the bottom 10% of people who are terrible at managing their finances are the kind of people who are tempted to buying the car that they like because they like it. Oh, I'm going to buy a BYD because I like it. I'm going to buy one of those weird Chinese electric brands because they look cool. I'm going to buy a BMW because why the heck not? It's a BMW. I'm going to buy an Audi. I'm going to buy a Porsche Cayenne, a Macan. I'm going to buy a Nissan Almera, you know? It's weird, the perception of people. Again, your money, do what the hell you want, but as someone who's been raised to see the value in things, it's just unreasonable, man. It's unreasonable to realistically pay so much and not get out of it. Yep, it's comfortable by like this much. So what? So what if it's a little bit more comfortable over bumps? So what if it's a little bit more economical? So what if it's got fine leather? You can't eat in the car. I can. I don't mind eating my McDonald's fries in the car. While your kids are getting a whooping if they pull out the hamburger out of the bag. That's the difference between me and you. I don't mind giving my car a bit of thrashing. Small cars are fun to drive fast, absolutely. And here's the thing, genuine petrol heads understand that. If you pull up to Sepang on a track day, most of the people who are just out here for an affordable fun time, they're just turning up their daily drivers to the track with minor modifications. They just only like changed their brake fluid to high temp brake fluid, put some slick tires on, maybe some minor exhaust modifications and all, ECU mods, and they're just having a fun time on track, man. Only the really wealthy folks, they go for these fancy luxurious track days like Porsche, Toyota GR86, the Yaris Club, BMW, Audis. It's a very, very small percentage of folks who have these luxury cars who actually show up to track these. Can't do that on a regular high performance car because you'd probably kill me. Yeah. I have not personally redlined Gloria. In fact, I got to service her in a couple of weeks too. The week after TGR, I got to send her for a service. People bought their Foresters to show off. Yeah. Oh boy. When I got my used Forester, you took it off-roading. Why was that a waste? It's in the name. It's a Forester. It wants to go into the forest. If we didn't, if you wanted to drive it in the road, they would have called it the Roader. It's also a stupid name for a car. Exactly, they don't know. It's an off-road vehicle. Using an off-road vehicle on road is just... It's people do, Chen. Again, like I said, if you got the money, do whatever the heck you want. You know, you can't really judge them. You have the money to enjoy life the way you want to. Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead. Go ahead. For those of us who can't, it's wise to just find enjoyment, find the little pleasures while saving a few bucks here and there. Nothing wrong with that. Perfectly fine. Yeah, I used to be doing 140s on the mediums. Now I'm having such a hard time. My brain cells are sleeping, man. My brain cells are eep. My brain cells eep. I do think I'm going to call it a night in a bit, but once we've gathered this bit of data here, I am going to pop on the Super Formula just for a bit. Probably a terrible idea, but just for a bit. I just want to push my qualifying pace on the soft tires and really just reaffirm my line, my racing lines. I want to really commit it to memory. Commit my inputs, commit everything, commit the car's behavior. You only have... Wait, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I just remembered something. There will not be qualifying for the Super Formula. There is no qualifying for the Super Formula. The only qualifying is in the first race with the GR86. That's the only qualifying that will happen. That's the only qualifying. There's 3 races, GR86, Super Formula. You only qualify for the first race with the GR86. Second race is the reverse grid of the results of the first race. Third race, the Super Formula, is going to be grid position based on the current standings of the round. The current point standings. So the better you've done in race 1, race 2, the better your starting chance in race 3. Oh. Okay, so that messes things up. Okay, so in favor of that, I'm going to let's not do Super Formula tonight. I'm just gonna do qualifying pace for the GR86 then. We'll do that. We can do that, yeah. Because again, if we get a good start or if we get a good position to start from, all I gotta do is hold it. It'll be easy enough to hold it for the first race for 9 laps. Second race is reverse grid. We need to fight back the positions to have a better shot in the third race. Let's see what we can come up with, man, at this rate. Let's see what we can do. I opened the shifter. What happened? Your M shifter lost its race mode. Oh dear God. I keep messing up turn 1 so badly. I can't let that happen. Also, I think I'm breaking up the soft tire marker. I'm breaking up the board after the 50, not at 50. At least it becomes clear where to brake in every tire variation. Yeah, it's half a second lost in sector 1 alone because of that horrible turn 1 turn in. Not using all the track there. This might be the last lap. My front tires are almost gone. Yeah, you're beginning to scrub it there. This medium, we have grip. Balance, balance. On and off. Balance. I'm not balancing this right. Yeah, 5 laps is the most we can take. I don't think we can do 6. We didn't spin or make any huge mistake, but we just scrubbed the tires a lot because I keep messing up turn 1. Planning to sell the G923 for $100 now knowing the motor was dead. Yikes. Nat, since you're technically inclined, may I suggest maybe buying some spare parts for the Logitech, and perhaps you could try fixing it up on your own. You know, can't go flat out there. That's 5 laps. Yeah, it's fine. Wait, oh my god, I forgot to see the tires. The fuel. How many laps of fuel did we do just now? Did anyone notice that? Oh no. Oh no. We only lasted 5 laps in that one. Was that soft or was that medium? I have no idea. Oh boy, I'm really starting to feel it now. Okay, yeah. We're doing quali. Quali practice, so no tire wear, no none of that. Okay, cool. Okay, we still gotta try to break it down to a low 45 right now. I'm no longer interested in the G923. Yeah, but if it's already like broken right now, it's gonna be hard to sell it too, you know. Just saying, man. If it's broken, I don't think you should even sell it, honestly. If I were you, if it's flawed, sure, you can put up a listing, but you gotta be very upfront and say that this is not working as intended. Maybe you can use it for spare parts. Maybe you just want to take the wheel or like the pedals or something like that. But I don't think it's worth it anymore. The 8 shifter is an important part for sim racing. Is your 8 shifter with the Logitech 8 shifter? The Logitech wiggly stick? That's the one in it. The Logitech one. Ooh. Damn, both the shifter and your wheel have gone bust. Yikes, man. One thing not working well is bad enough. Both of it? Sheesh. I'm drifting. I'm drifting. Well, I'm trying to. So why the hell am I on mediums? I'm supposed to be on soft. Apparently it's a common issue with the newer wheel where it just dies off. Do you frequently run it on the highest force feedback net? That might be a thing as well. Even I rarely run it at max force feedback. I always lower it by like 5-10%. Yeah, these tires are just way too grippy. It was run at low FFB. The wheels start to feel lethargic. Yeesh, I don't know how to troubleshoot that. That sucks. Troubleshoot, you give up on it, you just say, you put it in the grave. Yeah, there is a huge difference in the car's behavior with tire wear and without tire wear. Because I think when you turn tire wear on, as you're turning in the corner alone, the tire is degrading and it doesn't retain its maximum grip. When there isn't tire wear, you can push the wheel so much more. Making sure you get a clean, smooth, powerful exit. Telling me that they added tire deformation into the mix? No, I mean for qualifying they've turned off tire and fuel use. So for the 2 laps that you have for qualifying, it's basically best tires, right? Don't need to worry about them wearing out or anything. So you can push as hard as you want, but I'm talking about the turn-in response and the exit stability is just peak. If you try doing this even with the best case scenario tire wear, even on lap 1, they just won't hold up. You will kind of slide all over the place. You won't have that stability, that confidence that you would expect to have. Because as soon as tire wear is on, the tires just slowly start degrading. Every single corner, like, there you go. With tire wear, you can't take this corner that sharply. You can't do an aggressive late turn-in. There we go. With tire wear, you can't do that. With tire wear, you can't aggressively aim for that corner. Do a late turn-in. Maximize the neutral slide of the rear tires. You can't do that with tire wear. Because even if you do, it just gets worse. Nah, 46 ain't great. We can do better. I've also started to be a bit more confident in turn 1. I realize I have to sausage it. You have to eat the sausage. You have to gobble that sausage on turn 1. You have to go over it. Like, let it go under your car in between. Look at that. Look at that gain. You gotta push it, man. You gotta push it. This is super important because it determines where you start on the grid. And basically, this qualifying is important because it determines where you start and it sets the difficulty for the entire tournament. So it's very, very important that we get this right. That we do our best on this. There we go. A little bit quicker. Push, 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 push. Oh! Ever so slightly with the damn track limit. Another track limit. Yay! Thank you, game. Thank you. Oh, that's a track limit for sure. Can't stay on after rest now. Yeah, thank you for being here, man. No worries. 45? That's good. That's good. That's great. That's fantastic. There we go. See how I'm sausaging it there? Yeah. That was too much. Too much sausage. Too much sausage there. But you get the idea at least. Yeah, 45.6 best lap, 45.7. And that wasn't a perfect lap. I can push more. I can push more. I can push 45.3, 45.2. My goal, of course, is a 45 flat. If I can do 45 flat for qualifying, I think that's safe to say that'll be a top 5 start at least. When tire wear is involved, this kind of pace is pretty good. Yeah, take care, Nat. Good night. I'm so sorry to hear about the wheel. Don't let it keep you up at night. I'm sure you'll get a better wheel soon. Before I forgot, on Sports Soft with tire wear, 44.7. Question, do you do it in the lobby or do you do it in the time trial mode? Big difference. Time trial, yeah. The wind plays a big difference, Nat. Yeah, wind and bob plays a very big difference, Nat. So try a lobby. Because again, even Danny, right? GT World Series driver. Danny is doing low 45, so we're almost there. If we're doing low 45s, just like Danny, it means that's good enough pace. That's why I said my target is to try to get as close to a 45 flat. 44 is definitely possible. Definitely possible. It's just a massive skill issue on my part. .44 is definitely possible. 44.9, 44.8 is definitely possible. I won't be surprised if like Danny, Taj, Azlans, if they do 44.5, they definitely can. But then when no tire wear is involved, you don't have to worry about anything. It just feels so good, man. It feels so good. A bit hesitant there. Yeah, honestly, the fact that I'm already doing 52, 45s pretty consistently is a good sign. Means I've got the right idea. But yeah, tomorrow on my own, I'm gonna have to really push the pace a lot more. See if I can't do any better. Oh, I can push so much more. I can push so much more. I can cut more of that inside curb. There you go. Nice, nice. Cut that sausage. Eat the sausage. Gobble more sausage. Big slippy, big whoopsie daisy, but is it quick? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, slightly. Slightly. There we go. Nice and bold, cutting a lot of that inside curb. Could have been smoother, could have been earlier. Well, I feel like I turned too hard, too aggressively. Nice and tight. And power on the exit. Feel those tires squirm. Gently coax it in. Try not to scrub the tires too much on the final corner. I lose a lot of time there. Getting there. I feel like if I just perfect the corners a bit, I can possibly do a 44. Like that sector 3 wasn't great. Yeah, but honestly, I think, yeah, if we can do, I think I can easily do 45 mids. The difference is going to be 45 lows. Can I do 45 lows? Oof. So we've got a quick ad break coming up. Just for fun, I'm gonna put the worst case scenario tire wear just to see how badly it falls off. Damn it! I keep going back instead of changing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet you it'll be hard to even do a single 45 on this, because technically the hot laps are going to be lap 2 onwards. Lap 2 onwards, your tires would have worn out. I'm still on the bloody mediums. Keep forgetting. Yikes. Before we call it a night, can we just take a random car for a spin? I don't know. On the Nürburgring. Take a chill car. First person to suggest the car gets the car. We take car, we vroom at Nürburgring. Take your pick. Immediately when tire wear is involved, the car doesn't stay on the slip angle, on the limit of grip, the way it does when you turn the tire wear off. It's kind of decreased. It's more muted, it's more diminished, it feels. It feels more conservative even. That's the right word. It feels tamer. Technically, we'll be doing the hot lap on about 90% of the tires. Yeah, see what I mean? I'm already struggling to slide into that apex like I normally would. It's already posing a challenge. Yes, we can abuse the rears, but only for so long. Couple kilometers per hour slower. That was a powerful, clean exit. That was fantastic. Just the right amount of slip angle. Got on throttle just the way I wanted to. Gently push it out wide. There we go. Are we on time? Let me see later. A little late on the throttle, but I was just being patient there. Better to be a little bit patient than to get greedy and risk losing all the time altogether. Nice early turn in. Grab that curb, gently squeeze it wide. Still not quite on the limit fully. I'm still counter steering there, which is bad. I'm supposed to be just fully committing, getting that rotation into the corner. Probably a 10th loss there, a 10th loss on the downhill sector for that late throttle. Borderline risky. Scrubbed way too much time there. See how I'm doing 47? The pace fall off is real. The pace fall off is very real. Optimal is a 46.8. So as far as tire wear is concerned, your pace is just gonna drop by a full second and then some. Doesn't matter if you got the approach right. You're just not going to be able to abuse the tires like you usually would. Like I said, immediately when there's tire wear, the tires start degrading every single corner. So every corner they're going to get worse and worse and worse. You're not going to be able to get that consistent push that you normally would. There we go. That was a bit early. And I risked it there. Track limit. Yeah, this is something that I'll work on tomorrow. My overall consistency, if not pace, at least consistency with the tires when the tire wear is on. And this is worst case scenario too. Tires only will last like what, 13 laps? Stop too much, try to get a track limit. That's a track limit. Yep. Figures. We're on softs, aren't we? Really gotta be, like I said, smooth in some ways, harsh in others. This lap ain't gonna do us much justice. There we go. As long as you neatly get the trailer braking done. You're not supposed to brake too deep into there because you wanna let the car settle in to its own momentum before you start throttling out toward the exit. There you go, starting to lose that grip. Too wide, missed the apex. That was probably a track limit. That was kind of get close. Big old scrub. Oh, that wasn't a track limit, yeah. If we can do that consistently, that'll be great. Okay, this is the final ID lap. We can stretch it to 6, only if we keep it smooth. Just keeping that right wheel within the sausage curb. Really being brave there. But, yep. To be safe, you just gotta not do that. You gotta keep it a bit tight. I'm turning way too hard there as well. Scrubbing the left side tires quite a lot. Not helping me. Yeah, at the very least on the softs, I want to be doing 46 for the first 2-3 laps. And then if it falls down to 47, then I don't mind, you know? There we go. Kind of gotta let the car roll on its own momentum downhill. It's already got all the weight on the nose, giving it rotation. Get a bit more. Anticipate some understeer. Bit too early there. Careful. Yeah, we got 3 penalties in a row. We can go one more lap. I'm pushing it. It's borderline track limit, but we'll see. Yeah, 5, honestly, the sweet spot. If you're smooth, if you're a little bit smoother, maybe you can make the front tires last a little bit longer. Because that was a terrible turn 1, yeah. 6 laps is possible, but it's just not a good idea, and the pace just falls off real quick. But hey, qualifying wise, I will need to practice a bit more. I think I'm gonna break down my practice tomorrow into 3 sessions. 1, I'm gonna spend a lot of time just practicing my qualifying pace with the soft tires and the GR86. I'm just gonna push that, and I'm gonna do it in actual qualifying style, which means in segments of 5 minutes, which means 3 laps. Every 3 laps I reset. Every 3 laps I reset. So I want to make sure in the first 2 laps I'm heading out, I can instantly 45, 45. I can do 45 and I can improve within the 2 laps instead of just doing lap after lap after lap. You know? So that's 1 out lap and then 2 hot laps and then I'm done. So I'm gonna keep repeating that pattern. I'm gonna do that for a bit. Do my best to bring it down to a low 45 or even a 45 flat, right? Ideally 44 high, ideally would be amazing if you can do that, right? And then of course same thing with the GR86. I think I'm just gonna slap on the worst case scenario, right? Because if I can handle the worst case scenario, I can handle everything. That's my reasoning at least, and that it makes sense too. You can handle the worst case scenario, you're good to go. You're fine. We're just gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Practice evenly with all tires, of course. Prioritize the soft and mediums in particular. Prioritize those two. Same thing with the Super Formula. Super Formula, though, I need to kind of evenly practice all of it. Super Formula is a bit different. I might have to prioritize the medium and hards rather than the softs, because softs may not be a viable option if we're down on our luck. There's a 2 out of 3 chance we may need to use hards, so might as well bank on that and get some good experience with the hards right off the bat. You know what I mean? So that's the plan for tomorrow. I have a little plan for myself. I'm approach it in step by step, so I come with a fresh mindset. But yeah, before tomorrow I start, tomorrow morning, first thing I'll do, I'll just pull up my old VODs and just analyze my laps. That usually gives me a fresh perspective, and that's how I always keep getting better. I keep finding these little places to improve. So yeah, definitely there has been a big improvement from when we began. We're noticing lots of things. Tomorrow's the final hustle, guys. Tomorrow's the final hustle. I've taken a day off. I want to make sure I get the most out of it, spend my time wisely. So yeah, I'm gonna get a full 8 hours of sleep tonight. Tomorrow as well, I'm gonna get a nice full 8 hours of sleep. Make sure I'm up bright and early, well fed, well exercised, well stretched. Gotta keep my body in peak shape, peak physical form, peak mental form as well. That's very important. It's now or never, guys. It's now or never. It's 3 months, almost 4 months of fighting, pushing, sacrificing so much. My time, my sanity, my sleep, my wallet, my time spent with my loved ones. I'm sacrificed so much for this. We've come too far for this to fail, and I love this too much for it to fail. We can't let that happen. And on that note, thank you all for being here. You all have been amazing. Really appreciate it. Morph, thank you so much for the raid. Narap and Nat for keeping me company as usual. Mav as well. Lots of love to y'all. I will see you all on Saturday? Question mark? Okay, it depends. I will see you all on Friday. If we get to the finals, we'll be doing some hardcore practice for the finals on Friday night, right? If we don't, this thing's coming off right away. If we don't, let's spend Friday night. I'm just gonna take this apart, slap the magic back on, or we can just, I don't know, do some Assetto Corsa, just chill out. Resident Evil Resident. Saturday as well, we'll do some Evil Resident stuff. But yeah, I'm fully banking on the fact that we will get to the finals. Friday we will practice for the finals. Saturday, honestly, let's talk about what happened. Yeah, Saturday we'll do a recap of the whole event. We'll go through the broadcast like I did for the round 3 finals. We'll go through it together, we'll watch it together, see what happened. I want to see what happened to the other groups as well, see what happened to the rest of them. It'll be fun to see. Yeah, it's now or never. Do or die. Let's go. Thank you all for all of your love, encouragement and support. It really means a lot. It means a lot. It means a lot for knowing that you guys are strapped in with the journey, you know, that y'all appreciate the effort. I mean, this effort that I put in is mostly for myself. Yeah, I put in the effort, I get the benefit, the consequence, the reward, whatever you want to, however you want to put it. But I do try my best to share that learning. Every lesson that I learn, I don't want it to be something that I just hoard to myself. I want to share it. And I hope I do a good job at that. I hope I have been doing a good job at that. I hope if you have been here for a while, I hope you all have learned something. I hope you all have been inspired. I hope this has, if you love cars, I hope it has made you love cars racing even more. If you don't, I hope I've kindled something in you. Just showing you just how amazing cars driving, racing can be. It's an amazing sport. It's an amazing thing. Nothing really comes close to the sensation, the adrenaline, the stress. Really is something else. I appreciate it, Ice-T. Thank you so much, man. You came in at the wrong time, man. I'm gonna call it a night. Appreciate you for dropping by, man. I will see you on Friday. I will see all of you on Friday. Let's pray I bring some good news. Let's pray on Friday. We have to push for the finals on Saturday, yeah? Let's go. Until Friday, wish me luck. I'll keep you all updated on the Discord. I will share the broadcast link in Discord and on the socials as well. For those of you all not in Malaysia, y'all can check it out on the broadcast. If y'all are in Malaysia, if y'all are in Kuala Lumpur, the Kuala Lumpur area, feel free to drop by Sunway University. That's where it's happening live. Y'all are free to come in and view the live event itself. It'll be fun. It'll be awesome. Until then, take care. Stay safe. Stay